the Sidebar Cantina, the podcast where we talk about Star Wars, pop culture, what everybody loves to hear about, NFL football, or whatever the fuck we feel like talking about. I am Mr. Jason Roscom, with me here each and every single week, the Darth Vader to my Palpatine, Dave Martin. Hello, Dave. You look confused.
It's not confusion. The volume is high.
Okay.
So,
well, yeah, because we got complaints last week, so I cranked it up, fuckers.
Yes. So I'm glad everything is sounding good. The volume in our headphones is nice and loud. So yes. So what was the question?
How are you?
Befuddled.
Oh.
I don't
For
know.
any particular reason?
Oh, I mean, no.
Just that you're always in a state of befuddlement?
Listen, we'll get to it in my week. But my brain is like just like uncooked soup right now.
All right. Well, we will be getting to that, but first, what are we talking about today?
Dude, today we are talking about some ridiculousness in Star Wars. Mm-hmm. The top 5 cringiest moments in Star Wars.
Yes, our own top 5 list.
Yes, our own top 5.
Because, yeah, this all spawned from this article that I had sent you like a month ago.
Right.
Where it basically talks about the 7 moments that ruined Star Wars.
Ruined.
So we're going to break that down. We're going to talk about some of the cringier moments in Star Wars, along with our own top 5 list. But we have a lot more business to get to before we get to any of that. First, should we talk about Patreon?
You talk about Patreon.
Yeah. You're so aggressive with that pointer finger. All right. Well, we'd love to give a huge shout out to all of our current patrons. Lord Helmet Fire, my wonderful mother-in-law, Patricia Goodstein, Ivo G, Dragon Buddy, Wally Frogmore, Frank Kalevich, Kristen Roscom, Frederick Martin, Don Solsky, Catherine Rennick, David Schmuck, Scott and Kim from the Use and Abuse podcast, Nicholas Schaefer, Nick from Sweet Studios, and Shotgun Mark. If you'd like to consider becoming a Patreon supporter, you can find us at patreon.com/thesidebarcantina. Thank you again to all of our listeners and supporters. You are the reason why we do this. Back to you, David.
I have no idea what's going on. Our group chat, there was shenanigans, and I feel like my name's being dragged in the mud, and I don't know what's going on.
We'll get to why. There is a reason why.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Which we'll talk about when we get to our weeks.
Again.
But we're not there yet, because you've got Red 5 stuff to talk about.
Hey! Star Wars Podcast Day is just 2 weeks away.
3
p.m. on Friday, February 7th. Our topic?
Yes. What was with the pause?
I don't know. I forgot. Oh, yeah. We'll be celebrating the 40th anniversary of fucking Return of the Jedi.
That's right. Jedi is 40.
40 fucking years old.
And for most of us of our generation, that was the first one that we saw in theaters.
Right.
Because, I mean, I know we've talked about it before. We have very strong feelings about that, seeing it in theaters.
Our first time for bikini flesh, this is the... Yeah, this is...
And we also might have a special in-studio guest for that episode as well.
Really?
Yeah. I told you about it.
Oh. That's right, you did. You know what? Never mind. Soup, people. Soup. Uncooked soup. Because the date falls on a Tuesday this year, that would be February 7th, National Podcasting Day. Mm-hmm. Or how about International Podcast Day? Or Star Wars Podcast Day? What am I talking about?
I don't know.
The date falls on a Tuesday this year. We will have a live stream change of schedule that week. So far, we are one of 82 Star Wars podcasts.
I'm 37?
Plus 50, I don't know, whatever, math.
55, I think.
Taking part in around the world. See International. 13 of which belong to the Red 5 network.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. I'm not continuing.
Apparently, you're not reading the teleprompter.
the count
Very well.
Continues to climb. So follow Star Wars Pod Day on any socials for weekly updates. That's Star Wars Pod Day with 2 Ds. It looks funny.
Yeah.
Type it all out, and you will do it.
She likes it with 2 Ds.
Ugh.
All right, so is that all for the Red 5?
Look, I'm a mess. Yes, that's it for now.
All right, so this being a Star Wars episode, we're doing a day in Star Wars this week.
Have a montage.
And we're going to start off with, I picked a day for later in the week, January 27th, because on this day in 1983, 40 years ago, to go along with what we were just talking about, George Lucas officially announces that the title of his new movie has been changed from Revenge to Return of the Jedi.
Right.
Because, I mean, if you go back and you look at the very first trailer and some of the early posters, it was all Revenge of the Jedi.
Yeah, and I actually have, I think it was maybe the 25th anniversary or one of the anniversaries, they had released like carded figures, like kind of re-release for the 3 3/4 figures. Mm-hmm. And I have some TIE pilots that actually are carded and say Revenge of the Jedi.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's...
What year did they do that?
I don't remember.
Okay.
They're on display.
Okay.
See the reel that I posted the other day on Instagram, which I'm super proud of, by the way.
That was very good.
I'm like, yay. like this is the first time I ever look, we were getting old.
Yeah, I was gonna say, never mind that the teenagers were doing that like 12 years ago.
Listen, I was so, it's not even that I was proud of myself for doing it. It just did like, oh look, it's a reel, and it was like, wow, I enjoyed looking at it.
Yeah,
not just because it was all TIE pilots and TIE fighters. Well, actually, no, it's because it was all TIE pilots and TIE fighters. But yeah, I made a reel.
Well, the funny thing about Instagram too is that we're all on it now, but that's like 3 social media platforms ago for the kids. You know, that was
3?
Probably. I mean, there's been Snapchat, fucking TikTok, fucking. I think they were all into that WhatsApp for a while.
I don't think WhatsApp was nearly as big as TikTok. I think TikTok is probably the mainstream right now.
Well, that's the big one. Yeah.
Yeah. The Chinese controlling everyone.
Yeah, fuck that. What the hell was that?
You remember the South Park episode where they fucking with the it was like
the Chin Pokemon?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's what I imagine with the fucking TikTok.
You mean the one that
so smooth.
Is from?
Yes, exactly.
My penis so smooth.
My penis so smooth. Oh yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's all right.
So Revenge of the Jedi, yes. Lucas decided at one point during production that is like, you know what? Jedi probably wouldn't seek revenge, so we're just going to change this to Return of the Jedi, which he used revenge later on when we got Revenge of the Sith, but it's just interesting to see that so late in the process, too, it got changed, because we're talking January. The shit came out in May of that year, so...
Change all the posters.
Yeah, so you got to wonder if, like, 20th Century Fox is like, fuck! We already printed all this promotional shit. And,
right.
You know, we've already put out a trailer for it. It's calling it Revenge of the Jedi, but nope. Wasn't meant to be. So, what the fuck are you so focused on right now?
My ADHD is fucking...
Oh, I can tell.
I turned to 11 today, because now I'm on the interwebs looking for what year that carded fucking figure came
Oh my God, I'm sorry I asked.
Jesus Christ, Jason. It's all your fault.
I guess. I have nobody but myself to blame.
Yes.
So, last week, I think the day after we recorded our last episode, the fucking Mandalorian Season 3 trailer dropped.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it was on Tuesday last week.
Was it No,
it was early in the week.
Wasn't it? No, it was during the football game.
Oh, Monday night?
Yeah,
That's right. So it was like right after the fucking show.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so it's been a week now. Everybody's fucking watched it a million times, I'm sure.
Right.
But God damn, man. I mean, if I wasn't hype enough already, it's looking good.
Yeah, it's super exciting. Like, especially, think about it, you got all of these fucking Mandos.
Yeah.
All these new look at all the armor, all the potential for fucking Black Series figures.
Oh, I know. That's exactly what I was thinking too.
Oh, there's so many helmets. Yeah, and I watched it. I only watched it like twice. I haven't analyzed it yet. For purposes, I figured before, when's it come out?
March 1st.
March 1st.
Yeah.
So I figure we'll probably roll into something right before it. Are we?
Potentially, yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then maybe I'll dig at it a little bit more. But did we get an appearance of a certain Mando that was in Rebels?
I think I saw some people say that they thought Sabine was one of the characters in it, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if we got confirmation.
Because I know in the quick pan there was a whole mess of them, and then there's a quick pan across, and you got like the purples and the oranges of that was that. But I never really investigated it because reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's something worth. I'm sure the chat will correct us.
Yeah,
but.
Yeah, no, I think there were some people that think that they saw Sabine in there, but I didn't confirm that. So.
Yeah,
but it looks great, and I do like what they're doing with it, where he's sort of seems to be like a unifier, or at least he's trying to be, bringing all these Mandalorian factions together, and he's going back to Mandalore, but he's still trying to stick to these ways of the Children of the Watch. What?
Going back to Mandalore, gonna have myself time.
Yeah, but no, it seems like he's trying to be a unifier and bringing all these clans together, and he's still trying to atone for removing his helmet.
Right.
So you would...
Which I still think is kind of like is a little ridiculous that he's still clinging to that, but I agree with you. I like the idea of like, hey man, I have an opportunity here to serve this greater purpose, right? So he's fully engaging in that, and we're getting to see so much more of what Mandalore could have been.
Yeah, or what it looks like now too. We got some glimpses of that where it's all just fucked.
Yeah,
destination fucked.
Yeah, it's fucking worse than Australia.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I'm hype, and the trailer was great. And speaking of live action Star Wars shows, I just saw a news story today confirmed across multiple non-clickbait websites that Skeleton Crew has officially wrapped filming.
Refresh my memory. What's this supposed to be about?
That's what I asked a coworker today. I'm like, did they say anything about this besides the fact that Jude Law is in it?
Right.
And I guess they gave a very brief synopsis at one point around the time that it was announced, and it's supposed to be allegedly a bunch of kids are on a fucking ship and they get fucking lost in space or something like that. And not much else is really known. And it's supposed to take place around the same time as the Mandoverse. So...
kids in space.
But yeah, like, barely any fucking details about this thing at all. Again, except for the fact that it's the Jude Law Star Wars live action show. It's like, he ain't that great, guys.
I mean, look, we never... This is Star Wars. We don't really give a shit about names.
Right, yeah.
Right? It's never... We've never... Star Wars has never relied on a big name.
Right. It's built itself on casting these unknowns in these roles.
Even when we had Ron Howard, directing a fucking movie, it was never like Ron Howard fucking blah. It was more like Ron Howard's fucking, got out the bailing buckets on a fucking movie.
Cleaning up the mess really quick.
Yeah. But Star Wars has never relied on that type of
star power
thing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I agree. And again, I'd love to know some more details about this, and now that we know that they've finished filming, maybe that means we'll get a trailer by Celebration.
It's a celebration.
Exactly, in April, which they've already started, announcing who's going to be at Celebration and everything else. So I have a feeling we're going to get a massive dump all over us come April.
Yeah, even like Wikipedia doesn't have shit.
Yeah, because there's like... nothing's been told to us about it. Like, I don't even know who the fucking showrunner doesn't have shit. Yeah, because there's like nothing's been. What the fuck? What the hell was that?
I don't know. That wasn't me.
No, I know. It was my phone. Like, just all of a sudden turned on and started playing the fucking show. What the fuck? Stupid goddamn phone. There was a glitch in the Matrix, I guess.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Might be time for an upgrade, Jason.
Nah, I don't need one.
Or maybe actually, post one of the fucking iOS updates, that actually does the security patches.
Those things are for suckers.
Yeah. run your fucking security patches, kids.
Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to bring up those little news bits between Mandalorian trailer and Skeleton Crew. And Job, what is that about?
I don't know.
The chat's got a mind of its own again tonight.
Oh, yeah, this is just the randomness.
All right, so we ready to move on to our weeks?
Absolutely.
All right, as always, I have more additions to
The sacred Jedi Pixies!
Every time.
First, this is another gift from Kristen. I guess it was like extremely back ordered from around Christmas time, so it never came in, so she had to wait until it came in. Once it did, I finally got the last of this year's holiday.
Wow.
Black Series figures. It is a protocol droid with a little bitty droid. That's the fucking droid from the game Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh, what's it? That is it BD?
Sure.
Fuck.
Yep.
So it's not C-3PO.
No, it's just a protocol
just a
droid.
protocol droid.
Yeah. Just like there's a Mandalorian soldier, not the Mandalorian,
Right.
and a Christmas Wookiee, not Chewbacca. So they're...
Whenever I see, like, the worst holiday tradition ever is the, oh, put on your Christmas pajamas. Oh, look at us. We're putting on our pajamas for Christmas. Oh, you got to get out your jammies that you got for Christmas.
We've done that before.
Oh, I know. It's the fucking worst. And now that the kids are out of the house, now guess who has to fucking wear the Christmas pajamas? Me. I do. Well, and honestly, I say that in jest because this year we had this year's Christmas pajamas. It was Star Wars themed, and it had a stormtrooper with a Santa hat on the chest.
Nice.
And then the pants were like Empire symbols with stormtroopers and Vader heads all down them. Yeah, they were actually pretty fucking cool.
Nice.
So I can't really complain about it. But
There you go.
Put on your Christmas jammies. Let's go. Oh, you gotta put them on, or Santa's not gonna come.
yeah, night before.
Hopefully Kathy's not listening right now.
Not yet. Yeah, it's soon. She'll be in the car soon, so I gotta get it out of my system.
Oh, it's good shit. All right, so the next Black Series figure I have a bit of an issue with, and I'll tell you why in just a second. But first, it is, speaking of Mandalorian, from The Mandalorian, it is Casca Reeves, who was Bo-Katan's sidekick in Mandalorian, played by the lovely Sasha Banks. But the problem is, I thought when I ordered this, I thought her packaging was going to be her without the helmet on, kind of like the Bo-Katan is, because if you see the Bo-Katan, you can see her face and her helmet's in there off to the side. Sasha Banks, you can see her face kind of if you tilt it and like peek under the helmet, but in the packaging when you're displaying it, she's got the helmet on, which is annoying because from what I saw on the website when I ordered it, the face looked pretty fucking realistic, but now I can't see it unless I open the goddamn package.
Well, is there another version of the packaging?
I guess there could be.
I'm not gonna lie. Like most of these figures, I don't give a shit what their face looks like.
Right. Well, I just cared because it was Sasha Banks, who, like I said, is fucking smoking hot.
So you just need to get another one and just open it.
There you go. That's an idea. I guess I could have just done that.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
So, and I guess this
Problem
is
solved.
Right, and this is still better than the new fucking packaging, the fucking
'cause-
plastic-free packaging.
Yeah, because at least you can see her.
Yeah.
This fucking plastic-free packaging.
Yeah,
It's so fucking dumb.
yeah.
Have you seen the commercials? There's like actually commercials now. I saw it during the football games that it was like what your world would be without plastic, or plastic, or it was a world without like oil and gas, like produced products.
Oh, we'd be fucked.
Yeah. Everything that you know and love. Like the things that you're listening to us on right now, like wouldn't exist. Like it's just there again. I said this probably a couple months ago in one of the episodes. It's like if you have to be fully prepared to live a lifestyle that is going to feel archaic. If you really truly believe in like, oh,
using plastics.
Oh no, I'm looking for a more. Come on, man! You need to stop using plastics, man. Stop it kills the environment, man. Like, it's look. No matter existing has an environmental impact. As human beings, is existing. So unless you're gonna fucking be these helmet fire, the fucking what's the name of the group in the Bobaverse, the anti fucking human group? There's a group of humans in the Bobaverse books that's basically like, human beings are the death of this, and we're gonna try and kill as many other humans as possible. Yeah, literally, like, why don't save the human race because we're the worst. Vehement, thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, people need to just. They need to be smarter. They need to realize that there are limits to what you think your impact is going to be. And this packaging, like, if people recycled properly, then this packaging wouldn't be an issue.
Right.
It just wouldn't be, because you could recycle it, and then you'd be able to make more plastic products. Yeah, but that's something that you can't. Guess what? That costs money. To do it properly, that costs money, and people don't want to spend more money for their products.
Yeah, that is true.
Come on, man. I don't want to spend money on that, man.
That's why we have Chinese slaves making our iPhones.
Right? Exactly.
So we don't want to pay $3,000 for them.
I mean, it's just, we're going to pay whatever at this point because we're completely addicted to all the technology and everything else. But
yeah,
you have to be willing to fucking just fuck you. It's the same. Look, see my nice plastic straw. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it, and it's all its fucking glory.
How did you get it?
Plastic.
McDonald's just doesn't give a shit.
Amazon.
You bought?
I buy my own fucking straws. Fuck you. Fuck you. Whoop, look at this. This is you. This is you. Fuck you. I am all about the plastic fucking straw.
I was at Taco Bell last night, and all they had was paper straws there, and I'm just like, I fucking hate this fucking bullshit.
Dude, it's it's not the answer.
Yeah,
it's not the answer. Make fucking lids. Make fucking lids you can drink out of.
Yeah.
Problem solved. Hooray! Anyway.
So what were we talking about? Oh yeah, our weeks.
Yes.
So the only other thing I had for my week was fucking Niners, baby. Woo!
So I think somebody in the chat was calling you out for where that's actually an Iowa State representation of the
matter?
jersey. I don't. I'm just saying. Somebody in the chat was calling.
It was what I could get quick on Amazon. So
Right.
Cool your tits. Do you have a fucking full 49ers NFL Brock Purdy jersey? I don't think so.
You don't know. They might.
Yeah, they're coming though. But
I'm sure they are.
And it's the same number, same fucking color scheme as the 49ers. So who the fuck cares? It's got his name on it. It's got his number. It's the right number, and it matches my hat.
There you go. See.
So was all done for a reason. But yeah, Niners beat the fucking Cowboys this weekend.
Yes.
Very excited. I think we can all, regardless of who our team is, we can all get behind the Cowboys losing, because fuck Jerry Jones, fuck the Dallas Cowboys, fuck their fan base. It was a good weekend. It was a tough fight. You know, it was probably the Niners' hardest game yet since Purdy took over.
I would agree with that. I think this is, going into this game, your fandom notwithstanding, the 49ers should not have won this game. I mean, in reality, they should not have won this game. The Dallas defense is the first real defense that Brock Purdy has seen. Mm-hmm. It's the first one that has actually tested, really got in his face and pressured him.
Sure.
Because if you look, collectively, look at the records of the teams that they beat going into this. So, and they haven't been great.
Yeah.
So Dallas has a legitimate defense. Mm-hmm. And they made Purdy look like a rookie quarterback.
Sure.
But
he didn't make mistakes. Unlike Dak Prescott,
right?
The $140 million man who threw 2 picks and couldn't.
Look, it's just this is the same Cowboy organization that fucking at the end of the game, their trick play, they put the Ewok as a fucking the center, right? And like, oh, we're gonna snap this and throw it to a guy in the middle of the field who's got a defender next to him with no time on the clock.
Well, yeah,
What the fuck? What?
I understand
What?
I understand what the purpose of that play was supposed to be, but it was executed poorly.
That's great if you fucking have one of those. You know those electric football tables. Remember that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that would have worked on that.
yeah.
Maybe. Like there was in no universe was that going to work from where they were.
Yeah.
It would have been some fucking just the hand of God would have had to have come down, smacked every fucking 49er defender off of the field so that somebody could have ran into the fucking end zone. That's the only way that play would have worked. It's the dumbest shit ever. Dallas is just going. The Cowboys are going to cowboy, and you know that's the way it was. But that being said, the 49ers defense did their job.
Yep.
You know they came in there and they took care of their business. And like you said, Brock Purdy didn't make mistakes. However, he came close a couple of times, and I think he showed his inexperience there because he did have pressure, but. Thankfully, Cowboys are going to cowboy.
Yeah.
So now we have a showdown.
Yes, like who'd have thought at the beginning of this season that it would come down, at least in the NFC, to our two teams, the Eagles and the Niners in the NFC Championship.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's good though, because at the end of the day, no matter what, one of our teams is going to the Super Bowl.
Right.
So obviously, I'm going to hope that it's mine.
All right.
But
right, and like I offered the invitation to come over to my house so you can come into the Lions Den and see the game.
Yep, and I'm in, and Kristen is actually going to try to adjust her work schedule so she can come.
Awesome.
So
Kathy will love that.
Yeah,
and yeah, it's going to be good, and I like that it's early too.
Yeah,
that 8:00 game, man.
Oh, last night. Oh yeah, fuck that. I had to take like 2 hours of leave this morning because I'm never up at 10 o'clock anymore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and your game started at 6:30.
Yeah.
Like the Eagles game started at 8:15.
Yeah.
And
but that was Saturday night at least, not Sunday night.
Regardless, it's still it's late.
Yeah.
It's late and it didn't need to be.
Thankfully, the game was over early because I saw the score like in like the middle of the second quarter. I'm like, I'm good. I'm going to bed.
When you've relinquished the floor, I'll talk more about the fucking that particular Eagles.
Sure. Well, and that's really all I was gonna say. Was I'm like, the Niners they beat the Cowboys. They took care of business. It wasn't pretty, but they got there.
It wasn't Purdy.
It was Purdy. It was very Purdy.
Yeah.
But now they come to the biggest test ever, and again, it's our two teams, the top two seeds in the NFC. This is the way it's supposed to be. The two best teams in the conference.
Yep.
Fighting for a shot at the Super Bowl. So I wouldn't have it any other way. Wish it wasn't in Philly, but hey, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, and you know what? The weather's going to be decent too, so it shouldn't be a factor.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a 3:00 game, and so you won't have fans that started drinking, at 8 a.m. For an 8:00 game.
And apparently Lunar Girl is going to be busy on the socials this week with a Team Jason versus Team Dave poll. So
Oh, is that what's happening? Is
that's what those text messages were about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I got you.
And apparently she's already Team Jason. So fuck.
Throw that anywhere.
Yeah.
That's funny. I'm curious how that's going to go.
Yeah, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of smack talk leading up to the game, and then
of course,
no doubt we'll probably post videos to the social from Dave's house during the viewing.
Oh yeah, there'll be multiple things.
Yeah, and the only prediction I'm gonna make as far as this game goes is I think it's gonna end up being a one-score game. No matter who wins, I think it's not gonna be a blowout either way. I think it's gonna be a single score, either field goal or touchdown. But yeah, I think it's going to be close.
So what's Vegas saying so far?
I think it's Eagles 2.5.
That's a pretty tight spread.
Yeah, well, it started at like 1.5, and then it went up to 2.5. So it's a pretty close line, especially considering, the Eagles were shit hot most of the season and they're playing at home.
Yeah. So it's Eagles giving 2.5.
Yep.
The overs 45.5.
I believe it.
Yeah. You know what? I think it'll be the Eagles by 10.
Okay. It's a bold prediction.
Yeah, it's that's what we're here for. We're here for bold predictions.
I like the confidence. Eye of the tiger.
That's right.
All right.
It's because look, it's in Philly.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, are you done?
Pretty much. I just ask that, you don't inflict any physical harm on me if the 49ers do indeed end up winning. As I will be within reach of you.
That's fair. That's fair. You are not a Giant or a Cowboy fan. So,
okay.
And honestly, a Giants fan, we're in no real danger. But the NFL this past weekend, it made a huge tactical error by fucking making that game at 8:15.
Yeah.
Because so they said, okay, understand this. Whether you're a football fan or anything or not, right? You probably know that Philadelphia does not necessarily have the best reputation for their fans.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
So, in the early 80s, right? There was actually, people probably heard that there was a judge at Veterans Stadium to be able to, prosecute people for fighting and all.
There was
the
like
other
a mini
shit.
jail.
Yes. There and so, and that was a real thing. That was a real thing at Veterans Stadium. And at one point, there was so much like fighting and just drunkenness and fighting that the NFL actually limited the Eagles for in-conference play, like between their NFC East rivals, to only 1:00 games. And then they also limited like when the fucking they would be able to sell alcohol. Not that it stopped anybody, because look, I know the people, my people that I went to the game with, I won't implicate any family members, but if they wanted to get something into the game, you got shit into the game. That's just how it was.
Yeah.
So, and back in those days, you could bring food. Like you'd have a picnic basket, and you bring your fucking food and hoagies and everything else into the fucking stadium. Because that's just what it was. So there was, again, this is Veterans Stadium. This is where I learned how to curse, fight, drink. This is just how it was.
Yeah.
So we carry that reputation, and I fucking get it. I get it. But so you have this game at 8:00. They're like, oh, we're not going to open the parking lots for tailgating until like 4. Okay. So like 4 hours of tailgating, you think, oh, we've got this handled. It's going to be like a normal game. So what happens?
Bunch of idiots drive drunk to the stadium.
No. A bunch of smart people go, well, the Wings lacrosse team has a 1:00 game, right? Which they open the parking lot for at 8 a.m.
Oh, no.
So the Wings fucking basically sold out their fucking game, so that all the tailgaters that used the Wells Fargo lot filled it up. So you had all these people that were buying tickets to the lacrosse game so they could get into the parking lot to start the tailgate.
Fucking Eagles fans.
And it was like 8:00 in the morning. They started the tailgate. It's like this isn't unique to like the you look at the Chiefs game, right? The Chiefs game last week, and they had fucking like 4 a.m. There was cars lined up to fucking get into the parking lot and tailgate. The Bills do the same thing. It's not unique to Philadelphia.
No.
It's just because this is a division rival. It's going to be at 8:00 at night. You're going to have people that have been out for 12 fucking hours like you get drunk, you sober up, you get drunk again,
Yeah.
and then you've eaten damn near 3 meals out in the parking lot. You get into this fucking game, and that's all. It's all you can do to not tear the fucking stadium apart. Mm-hmm. And thankfully, they won. So, and I personally, of all the people that I know that went to the game, I have not heard of any. Anything that was like really horrific and horrendous, which is, it helps that they won.
No beating up and pissing on Giants fans.
No, nothing like that. And Giants fans weren't, I didn't hear about any Giants fans that really got any real uppity.
Yeah.
So,
well, if they were smart, they didn't wear their gear.
Oh no, they were there. Okay. They were totally there. Cause I believe me, on Twitter, I saw them like all the fucking things I follow on Twitter and everything else, like they were there,
right?
And I was throwing my digs out there as much as anybody. So that's, that happens. Mm-hmm. But the NFL saying like, "Wow, man, this is a division rival. We know it could get ugly. Let's make it at 8:00 at night. And they can drink all fucking day,
right?
And fucking these fans frothing at the mouth like, ah! and dude, it was fucking spectacular. And then the fact that they won, and then the whole thing with Eli Manning too was fucking great. Like, did you hear all the stuff with Eli?
No.
So Eli Manning, at the end of his fucking, his retirement, he basically said, "I'm never coming back to this fucking, stadium again."
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Oh yeah, he said it. I think he said it on the radio or one of the fucking shows. Mm-hmm. So he said publicly, like, because the Giants were going to be playing in this game, is like, "Oh, I'll come back to Philadelphia," even though I said that. But he'll be loaded with fucking double birds, ready to come back. Well, on 95 by the stadium, a billboard appeared that said, "Welcome back, Eli." And it said "Welcome back," and it had 2 eagles, like 2 birds. "Welcome back, Eagle, Eli."
Wow.
And it was, and Eli fucking had a picture of it, and he fucking posted. And he's like, "That's the nicest thing that you've ever said to me," basically. And that, and the fact that fucking Peyton's son shows up on the sideline wearing an Eagles hat and a fucking Jalen Hurts jersey was fucking phenomenal. It was absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, it was a good day. It was a good day for being an Eagles fan. It was a good weekend to be an Eagles fan too, because we beat the Giants smartly. They used their bye week well. Mm-hmm. So happy, low threat. Yep. And and then the Cowboys lost. Yeah. So it's like, damn, that was good. That was good. And now we got a chance to fucking play each other for the conference.
Doesn't get much better than this.
Yeah.
I think this is exactly what we both could have hoped for.
Dude, this is fucking, for Philly, this is so it's reminiscent of the like 07, 08 when the Phillies were on a bit of a run, for their World Series run. The Eagles were kind of in the midst of their big run with Andy Reid, and they're going to conference championship a lot. So it's like this winning kind of like feeling within the city.
Yeah.
It's that same feeling again. It's pretty spectacular, and I hope the result. Yeah, it'd be nice, so nice to have another parade at some point in my life. Not have to be like this, be a once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah. Well, no matter what, I really hope the Bengals win on Sunday, because I can't stand the Chiefs. I'm sick of the fucking Chiefs. I'm sick of Patrick fucking Mahomes and everybody sucking his fucking dick all day long. Yes, he played on that fucking hurt ankle and he's hobbling around the field throwing touchdown passes. Ugh. Fuck Patrick Mahomes. I'm sick of them. Go away and die.
What are you talking about? It's Ben's favorite team.
I know. I shouldn't say that, but at the same time, fuck the Chiefs.
I don't want the Bengals to win for nothing else, because there's a fucking just an obnoxious Bengals fan at work that I just don't want to fucking deal with.
And I never thought about this. The potential for the Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl. That's a story that'll fucking write itself.
Yeah.
Andy Reid against his old team.
Yeah, Big Red going up there. I mean, there was a story. The fact that the Jaguars got to that fucking point.
Yeah.
You know, Dougie P. It's amazing what a real coach gets out there and fucking, hey, you know, get rid of this fucking piece of shit guy with his, you know, who never adapts his fucking college mentality to the fucking real game. Mm-hmm. And fucking look at the organization and how shit it was. And then another guy comes in with the same exact team. He brings his fucking coaches in there, and all of a sudden they're in fucking, you know, in the playoffs and winning.
Yeah.
So yeah, it
Coaching goes a long way.
Yeah, it does. And professionalism. You know, it's all about professionalism. Do your fucking job and do it well. You know, don't be a piece of shit.
Fucking right. All right, so before we lose all of our viewers with all this football talk.
Well, the chat's having a completely different discussion about fucking the NCAA and NIL and everything else,
paying players and all that.
I don't even want to get into it.
Yeah.
But the other part of my week is fucking grad school is hard.
Yeah.
I read to you earlier my fucking learning objectives for this week.
I couldn't believe it.
And it's ridiculous.
It's like they're trying to teach you a whole course in a week.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the amount that you're supposed to be picking up within that week, even for a research level, it's just like, fuck. It's hard. And this is week 3, right? So I'm like, not really, I don't have my fucking battle rhythm yet for school. So I'm still just kind of like, I'm still knocking off a lot of rust from taking a semester off.
Yeah.
So my brain is just still in vacation mode, I guess. Like I'm trying to, you know, shock it into life, which is why my fucking ADHD is so bad, and the fog has been thick lately. So yeah, it's fucking hard. It really is. And
well, I mean,
yeah,
I commend you for doing it, because I mean, fuck, it takes some dedication to do this. But at the same time, you're also out of your fucking mind.
Yeah, I question my own sanity, honestly. I do on a regular basis. But it's I'm not even going to talk about greased lamp poles. I can honestly say it's fucking fast. It's fascinating shit. It really is. It's really, really fascinating stuff. And I'm, we didn't even talk about the fucking, that, Nepal air crash last week, did we?
I don't think so, no.
No.
Well, no, we did a little bit.
Did we talk about it after? We might talk about it after.
I thought we mentioned a little bit on the air.
My brain is fucking like,
Yeah.
you know, split because it's horrific and at the same time it's fucking fascinating. It's like,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is what grad school is causing me to be. It's like, ugh. So anyway,
Let's be honest. You were like that before.
well, yeah, but I guess now I feel like I need to be. I guess I don't know. Yeah, and what's funny is I usually come into this and I sit down here and we get all set up and we're bullshitting, and I get to the notes because I never do the notes ahead of time, because why?
I do what I can do with this guy.
Not every time. I mean, sometimes I do. Sometimes. But this time I didn't. I don't even think there was notes yesterday.
There were notes yesterday. In fact, I'm pretty sure I have a text message to you yesterday morning that says, "Hey, notes are done."
Debatable. Anyway.
We can roll that tape if you really want to go there.
Nah, that's okay. You're going to throw the challenge flag on me on that one?
The coach
What, we have a cat now?
is challenging the play on the field.
Those are great commercials, by the way. I love. We talked about that?
What's that?
Those challenge play commercials?
I'm not sure if I've even seen those.
So they have fuck, I don't even know what the commercial's for. That's really funny. I know the commercial, I don't know what it's for. What's yeah, cut me some slack. God damn it. I'm making awesome TIE Fighter reels. I don't. It's, yeah, I guess the commercial's not that good because I don't even know what product they're selling. But so they have, one of the commercials is they have it's a guy and a girl, and they're at like a campsite, and the girl's like, or the guy goes like, "Oh, where did you put the life jacket?" She's like, "I don't know. You packed them." And he's like, "No, you packed them." And she's like, "No, you packed them." He's like, no, I'm going to have to challenge that.
Yeah.
And he pulls out a challenge flag, right? And they come out with the fucking screen and everything. They go in there, and she's like, and obviously he's a white male, so he's wrong.
Of course.
And she's like, the best part is when you said, I won't fucking forget the thing. So there's a couple of different versions of this where the fucking challenge flag gets thrown.
Okay. So it's like a series of commercials.
Yeah. And they're actually pretty good.
Yeah. All right. Two things. First of all, yesterday morning at 9:01 a.m., my top 5 list is complete. Starting the notes now. And also,
I think you made that up. I think you just.
I just read it from the.
I think you faked it.
You're gaslighting me right now. That's what you're doing.
I don't even know what that means.
So, but you didn't see the Ray Finkel sign during the game last night.
I missed it. No, I missed it.
Well, because they were talking about the fucking Cowboys kicker and how he can't make fucking extra points or anything. So when he lines up to make that first extra point attempt yesterday,
the one that he would have missed regardless.
Yeah, the one that was blocked, but he would have missed either way. There was a person in the stands right there by the goalposts with a fucking big sign that had Ray Finkel, the headshot of Ray Finkel with the mustache and everything from Ace Ventura. And it said Ray Finkel under it, and then on the side it said "Laces out."
Oh, that's fucking great.
They're holding it up, and you can see that in the frame as his kick is being blocked.
I love that reference because we know it's probably 20 plus years.
95 is when that. No, 94. No,
94.
It was like either 93 or 94 when that movie came out.
Jesus.
Yeah. So fucking 30 years.
So it's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
And the reference lives on.
Yeah.
Don't you love that? Like, we're getting ready to talk about cringe moments in Star Wars, and we're gonna like these are definitely things that you're just gonna go ugh. Mm-hmm. But there's so many like moments in movies that are like those quotable moments, right?
And that live on for 30 years.
Right. Regardless, you might not even remember the fucking movie it came from. And it's just like there's that one line or one thing you just like, oh my God, it just lives in your brain rent free.
Yep. And it was 94. Thank you, Scott.
94. Wow, we did that good.
Yeah, I know.
You know what we should do?
What?
Gotta keep those love good. Vibrations are happening with her. Gotta keep those love good. Vibrations are happening with her.
That's just for you, Tom.
It was. You're welcome.
All right, you done with your week?
It's been a whole minute. Yeah,
I'm done. A long time. Yeah, months. All right, so do we need a break or anything? Or
I'm
do we
good.
want to just hop right into it? Okay, so main topic today, we are talking about ultimately cringe moments in Star Wars.
Right.
And like I said at the top of the show, this all started from this article from faroutmagazine.co.uk. So
that can't be a real magazine. Is there a magazine that's actually called Far Out?
I don't know.
Like, is there a printed magazine?
Well, let's fucking we'll do it live, folks.
Do it live.
I don't have the drops, sorry.
Fuck. We'll do it live.
How dare you?
Fuck it. Do it live.
Far Out Magazine.
Because who really prints magazines anymore?
Very few people.
Although if you go to Barnes & Noble, they have a pretty extensive fucking magazine rack.
Yeah, it looks like it's a thing. Oh my God. Like, hold on, I'm going to pull this up to the other screen so you can see it. Look at this picture on the right here with the hippie van.
Oh my God. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's
I should do this entire bit with fucking
with the hippie voice.
Yeah. This is my cringe moments, man.
So yeah.
Or I'll read the entire article like that. Oh. Put a pin in that real quick before we start.
Okay.
Is Wally in the chat? Let me scroll through real quick.
I don't believe I saw him.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think he was.
All right. let's start. I'm going to need a break
Okay.
at some point,
Okay.
and then when we come out of the break, I'll have a special not an announcement, but a special release.
Ooh.
Courtesy of one Wally Frog.
Oh, this is the secret project he's been working on?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll do that when I'm sure we're going to take a break at some point.
Yeah,
so.
we're gonna have to because the pee it's settling. Like I feel it coming down the funnel.
Yeah.
It's starting to collect. So
not quite ready to
Exactly.
flow yet. Okay,
Exactly.
gotcha. All right, so yeah. So this article that I sent to you, I'm like, oh, this could be something fun to break down for the show because some of the things they put in here I agree with, some of them I vehemently oppose, and that was kind of the whole thought of doing it for this episode was
Right.
we can talk about all 7 moments and talk about whether they're onto something or it's all fucking bullshit. Is it bullshit or not? And while we're at it, make our own top 5 cringe moments in Star Wars list.
Right.
So, and before we even get into breaking down these 7 things,
break it down.
I wanted to kind of make the point that you made after I sent you this, and you said that you hate the implication of the title of the article itself, the fact
Right.
that it's the 7 moments that ruined Star Wars. Because
Right.
to your point, it was Star Wars isn't ruined. So,
Yeah.
like, cut that fucking talk right now, because I think we can all agree that even though there may be aspects of Star Wars that some of us don't like, either specific movies or specific parts of shows or whatever, we can all agree that Star Wars is not ruined. If anything, it's actually going in a very good direction right now.
Right.
We're hot off the fucking heels of Andor. We're in the middle of Bad Batch. Mando season 3 is coming. It's a good fucking time to be a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, I would agree, and that's why I definitely the top 7 moments that ruined Star Wars, man.
Yeah, and that goes to
Far Out magazine.
well, and that's part of what I think is a more systemic problem that we have
Excuse me.
on the internet right now, and it's this fucking that negativity sells.
Yeah.
These fucking YouTube channels, these fucking websites, they build their brand on fucking negativity.
Well, and look, give a perfect example, right? So the only thing I really look at from a news perspective is sports, right? Because that's how I escape.
Yeah.
If I'm not involved in Star Wars or the pod, I'm watching sports.
Sure.
And so if a headline comes up, let me try and find a headline here that popped up. Especially Apple News is fucking notorious for this.
Well, it's all clickbait, right?
Yeah.
That's what it kind of boils down to, is that all of this shit is clickbait to try to get you to fucking click on it by having like these outrageous fucking headlines. Like the 7 moments that ruined Star Wars.
Right.
They're being so fucking dramatic with it. But
Yeah, and it's like I can't find it right now, but it's something that said like the league reacts to Lamar Jackson news. I'm like,
oh, I hate those fucking types of
and I'm
headlines.
like, what the fuck did I miss? I'm like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, did I miss something? And I'm like going to this article, and it's like, no, it's just the fact that they're talking about it is nothing, and I
Yeah.
fell for it.
Yeah.
I fucking fell for it, and I feel like such a fucking noob.
Yeah, I feel like I've got a pretty good bullshit clickbait filter, like internally now,
Yeah,
to where
yeah.
I can spot shit like that and be like, that's bullshit. So you know what I do now when I see a fucking real deceptive headline like that? I'll just fucking Google it. Like if it's, the world is stunned by this Tom Brady revelation, I'm like, Google News, search Tom Brady topic, see what comes up. Nothing fucking comes up. I'm like, okay, this is horseshit.
Honestly, and I'm here to tell you, like, from a sports perspective, if you want to get like legit reaction stuff, Twitter is really one of your best. And as poisonous as Twitter is, a majority of the time, like people like Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport and those guys, like when they post something, that's like source material.
Right.
In either that, if you're not on Twitter, Bleacher Report. Like subscribe to Bleacher Report, which is free, and they're combing Twitter to fucking post things, and stuff like that'll come up.
Right. And that's why when we talk about Star Wars news,
Right.
Star Wars news, we always say don't fucking bank on anything unless it's from an official Lucasfilm channel
Right.
or Disney.
Not comicbook.com.
Yeah.
Or fucking far out fucking handjobs.com or
Yeah.
whatever. Although that might be legitimate. I mean, far out handjobs.
Could be
Is that
far
hip?
out, man.
Far out, man.
Or is it like as he started, far out, man. Ah.
He probably would fall asleep halfway through a hand job. Like, who's he getting a hand job from?
I don't know.
Probably doesn't believe in hand jobs. He'd be sucking every galaxy.
That's right. So, but yeah, getting back to the whole Star Wars of it all, like, it's all over the place, and it kind of pisses me off because there were a lot of channels that, going back to the Last Jedi days, which we're going to talk about Last Jedi more than once, I'm sure, today.
Yes, yes, we are.
You know, a lot of these channels kind of got me because they had all this, you know, hate for Last Jedi, which I shared that sentiment. I'm like, oh, I like these, subscribe, and I watch their videos and stuff. But now they've gotten to like some specific ones have gotten to the point where they bash anything. They bash anything under the Disney umbrella. Like every single video of theirs is bashing whatever the newest thing that Disney's done, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent.
Right.
And like they do the same with Star Wars. Like they did it with fucking Andor. I'm like, how? How can you find all this negative shit to pick apart with Andor?
Right.
And it's
Let's find something negative to say about it, because even the people that know this is wrong are going to look at this article to find out what's wrong about it.
right.
And this is the nature of society right now, and they're exploiting it.
Oh yeah, yeah, and you know, of course, the algorithms. You know, they see that the people clicking on these fucking all these negative articles are what's generating,
Right.
You know,
So-
views and clicks and all that. And,
So it's all your fault.
yeah, and then but it snowballs, and then they just keep feeding you more of this shit, and until before you know it, you look at your fucking YouTube feed, and it's all just
Actually, you know whose fault it is? I'm going to tell you whose fault it is.
who.
It's Nick. It's Nick. It's Nick from Sweet Studios.
Yeah,
Because Nick from Sweet Studios will argue. He'll click the bait, and he'll fucking argue with people that are fucking just trolling, and he'll do it.
Yeah.
He'll do it. He gets sucked right into it every fucking time.
yeah. I
So
remember
it's-
you telling me about
yes.
that when you two worked together.
Yes, it's Nick's fault. Are you in the chat, Nick? I'm telling you, it's your fucking fault.
I don't think I saw him in there.
He was in for a hot minute.
Oh,
But
okay.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So anyway, this particular article.
Yeah, is one of those. But I figure let's break down each one of these 7 and talk about it, and then get into our own list. So are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. So, and of course, when you go into the article and then you start going down, now it's called 7 terrible Star Wars moments. So it's not even like things that ruin Star Wars. Because again, we just need a dramatic headline to get the clicks. So, all right. Somehow Palpatine returned from Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. And they basically talk about how the whole Palpatine story was sort of shoehorned into this,
Right.
not really built up. And we talked about this when we talked about Rise of Skywalker. It wasn't perfect by any stretch,
Right.
but my feeling is still JJ did the best with the fucking turd that was handed to him.
Right.
And Disney, mind you, Disney had been teasing this grand plan of Palpatine's since before The Force Awakens came out. And we've talked about it at length between the fucking Aftermath books and all kinds of other extended canon. They keep talking about this contingency plan that fucking Palpatine had.
Right.
That he was thinking beyond the fucking Empire because he knew shit could go south. And, you know, there's always got to be a plan B.
Yeah, and we had the teasers for it in the books and Battlefront 2. So it's not. This entire thing and how I wrote my list personally is specifically like that reaction, like that cringe reaction, and this may or may not be on my list as one of those where just the way it's portrayed.
Right, and they dig into like the actual delivery of the line.
Right.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
Right, and it's just like, really, this this is how we're doing this.
Yeah.
Like, pan in, and here's your line.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. All right, that's a choice.
Yeah. Yeah. Which
so-
again, not perfect, I'll admit.
Yeah.
But terrible? I don't think so. Ruined Star Wars? Absolutely not. Because
No. Not ruined, no.
yeah, because those of us who've been paying attention know that there was always a chance that Palpatine could come back in some form because he'd been planning it from the very start.
Yeah, Palpatine coming back is not a problem at all. It's some things could have happened better to bring it about. But
Yeah.
again, you Poe Dameron standing there.
Yeah. Somehow.
Palpatine lived.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, I can understand the gripe with that dialogue,
Right.
but
Again,
it's certainly
cringe. For me personally, we're talking cringe worthy for us. And yes, I can see why this one would have made an article like this.
yeah.
So,
but again,
I get it.
I disagree. This would be nowhere near my top 10 cringe moments in Star Wars.
Fair enough.
It's just okay, whatever.
Okay.
All right. The next one that we have, the fireplace romance from Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. And we all know this scene very well.
Yes.
Anakin sitting next to Padme and her fucking just
Tight leather fucking.
the black and the exposed shoulders
Right.
and
In her fuck me outfit.
yeah.
All right. And
Yeah.
she's like, you can't touch this. I had to squeeze myself into this outfit so that you can look at it and fucking get all hot and bothered.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't even know if I remember what the dialogue was from the scene because it doesn't matter.
Well, you know what this is when the fucking robot chicken it ruins it because now all I think about is Robot Chicken where she's like fucking dancing and she gets under does the fucking like the
and
flash
like,
dance.
oh, we can't, and she's
Yes.
like just being all provocative.
I'm a senator and a
handmaiden.
It's like just all over the place and shit. Yeah, it's this isn't cringeworthy to me. This is
No.
just like maybe how they pan into the shot because it kind of is abrupt when they go into this shot.
Yeah, true, because
A
it
little
goes from
bit.
whatever the fuck's going on, like
Right.
outside of this, and then boom, all of a sudden it's Anakin and Padme fucking sitting next to each other.
Yeah, all of a sudden, so like it legitimately, I don't know how it wouldn't have taken her half a day to get into that fucking
right.
outfit.
Well, and
Like, all right, fucking Natalie, get the Vaseline on.
Yeah.
It just gets
well, so
the
here's,
noises that would have made. Like,
here's the other thing about this scene too. The previous scene between these two was the I don't like sand conversation where they're like on the fucking balcony looking over the water and they fucking kiss. Right? That's the scene where they kiss. And she's like, no, we can't. So, if you're a Padme and you kiss this kid and you're like, no, we can't do this. Where's your mind when you're like, instead, I'm going to go change in an even more provocative fucking
Right.
outfit.
What
and go
outfit?
sit by the fire.
I'm gonna sit here. I've got all these outfits to choose
Yeah,
from.
I need to repel this young boy whose hormones are raging.
Obviously, you know what? Maybe he has a lactose or a latex allergy. So
That'll repel him.
so I'm just gonna put that on.
Yeah.
Hey, I need help. Get like 3 or 4 fucking handmaidens over here. Fucking roll this thing on me like a giant condom.
Yeah, I gotta squeeze into this fucking thing.
It's ribbed for fucking his pleasure.
And then she's like, this should turn him off.
Right. And I'm like, let's set the music. Right.
Yeah.
Let's set the mood real quick.
Like Austin Powers at the fireplace.
Yeah, exactly. It's yes. Just because I'm dressed this way does not make me a whore.
Yeah, so no, definitely not cringy.
No,
this was
not cringy.
This was a fantastic scene.
Yeah,
very classy.
it was something.
Yeah.
It was something. Cringy, worst, terrible. No, not really. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she knew what she was doing. Lunar Girl knows.
Yeah.
Fucking broads know what the fuck they're doing.
Exactly. So, all right, this next one is going to bring up some good conversation for a couple of reasons. Their number 3 is Boba Fett is struck down from Star Wars Episode 5, 5. Oh yeah, 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is episode 6. They can't even get the episodes right.
Nope.
Yeah, from episode 5, Return of the Jedi. No, it's episode 6, you fucking dipshits. But yeah, it's the scene where Boba Fett gets killed
Right.
In Return of the Jedi.
When he goes down like a bitch.
Right, yeah, because at this point, he had his rabid fan base.
Whoops, I fucking drunk my spill.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was a good scene. But yeah, no, he's got this fucking weird rabid fan base, which I love the Mandalorian look as much as the next guy. Why back then Boba Fett had such a fucking following, I'll never understand. I was never a Boba Fett guy. Like, I was never one of these guys, oh, he's so cool looking. Is he, though? I think all the Mandalorians that have come since look better than him. But I digress. And he gets struck down when blind Han Solo, Chewie's yelling at fucking Han. He's like, Boba Fett, where? And he's got that gaffy stick, and he turns, or not gaffy stick, but, the guard sticks.
Yeah.
And he turns and whacks Boba Fett's fucking backpack just as he's about to, like, shoot Luke, and he flies into the fucking sail barge and down into the Sarlacc.
Right.
And
goes down like a bitch.
Yeah. So obviously it was meant to be a funny scene, right? Because it's a little slapsticky with Han like turning around and hitting him by accident without even noticing. So yeah, a couple things to unpack here. One of them is like comedy, right? Where does comedy is comedy welcome in Star Wars as much as they try to make it work in Star Wars? Because to me, that's where most of the cringiest stuff happens, is when it's them trying to be funny for whatever reason, and it just kind of comes off as like, ugh.
Yeah.
And this is one of those moments where I feel like that's kind of where they're going with this, where it's like the kind of funny, slapsticky thing. And that's what takes down Boba Fett.
I think they needed to somehow like get rid of him, and then this is just how they chose to do it. And the fact that he goes down into the Sarlacc pit was just convenient to get rid of him. I think in the moment that when George was doing this, I think he was like, this might have been a little bit of a middle finger to the fans. Like, no, I decide what characters are fucking important here.
Yeah.
And this guy was never meant to be one of them. And then he turns into I look, Boba Fett was always Boba Fett.
Where?
I was never huge into Boba Fett, but I appreciate his like the armor, the helmet look. Like,
yeah, I guess like the level of mystique that came with the character.
Yeah, and it's like his figure was cool. Like, his 3 3/4 figure, because he had the jetpack. So and it was just different.
Yeah,
it wasn't a stormtrooper. He didn't have it wasn't plain like the stormtrooper. And most of us as kids, I'm looking over there. That's not him.
Where?
Do you have one out of the package?
A Boba Fett? Yeah, he's right over there.
Okay, yeah, there he is.
Carbonite.
Yeah, so the action figures are so fucking. They're fucking tight.
Yeah, the Black Series is pretty fucking.
Yeah,
good.
they're fantastic. So much better than the original 3 3/4.
Yeah,
but even the original 3 3/4, like it was more.
It was the shit back in the day.
Yeah, it just you put that in any fucking like. Boba Fett flew the Millennium Falcon so many times, I can't even tell you. You don't even know. I get it. I totally get it. And when he fucking fell into the Sarlacc pit, I wasn't like, at my age in the movie theater going like, oh, you're going down like a little bitch. Oh, you fucking no. Like.
Yeah, and when I saw it, and we'll probably get into this more when we talk about the 40th anniversary of Jedi, but I got a chuckle out of that scene where Han's like, "Where?"
Yeah,
but
and more to your point about this idea of the humor in Star Wars, I think there's just enough of it. There's just enough. If you're doing it right, there's just enough.
Yeah.
Like I think.
I feel like New Hope was the best example because you get a little bit of humor with the droids.
Right.
I know you're not a big C-3PO fan, but Go that way. You'll be functioning within or malfunctioning within a day. You nearsighted scrap pile, and he fucking
gives him a
kicks.
kick.
He kicks R2 and walks away. Like I still get a chuckle out of that scene.
That was fine.
Yeah,
Fine, I guess.
or even when they're trying to get out of Hoth, and he's like trying to he's like way behind. He's like, wait for me, and he's like, come on, Goldenrod, you're gonna be a permanent resident.
Yeah. I think there's, to be completely serious or completely funny, I think is not reality. I think in our day to day, there's going to be some humor, and I think that's kind of what makes Star Wars a little bit more relatable. Like if you have a character like Han Solo, he's going to fucking crack jokes, like call people goldenrod and do those things.
Or even Leia. Like, would somebody get this walking carpet out of my way? Right. It's like, God damn.
Yeah, she's just going to be a little fucking bitch. And
but it was a funny comment at the same time.
Yeah.
It was.
So I think that, I don't see that particular scene as slapsticky. Like, not him fucking hitting the wall and getting down now. Obviously, the comedic timing of it, I guess, is I think that's more showing the randomness of some of this. Yeah. Because let's face it, there was a lot of luck involved in this plan air quote of Luke's that we'll talk about when we get into the 40th anniversary.
Yeah, we'll put a pin in that conversation. But so and the reason why I ask about the comedy is because of the next item on the list. This is probably the closest one that I agree with over everything else in here. And this is whole Jar Jar Binks' idea of a joke from Star Wars The Phantom Menace, which they specifically reference when that horse farts. And it's like, brr, but...
Oh, how rude.
Yeah, but I mean, George, he had this idea that he was going to make Phantom Menace for kids, right? Or I made it for kids. And he goes back and he adds Jar Jar because the kids would fucking like it. And this is when you go from, wisecracking comments from droids and Leia and Han to just fucking pegged completely the other way to fucking just Jar Jar Binks farting, stepping in shit, and doing everything that Jar Jar does.
Yeah. It was just too far. The bumbling idiocy of Jar Jar. Mm-hmm. The dropping of all the fucking cannonballs that creates this fucking problem. It's not on my list. Others deserving mention, but Jar Jar's antics are definitely something that is cringeworthy.
Yeah,
for sure.
So for me, this is one that I definitely agree with when it comes to these things in their list. Now, the next thing, which we've already kind of talked about a little bit, is their analysis of Anakin's dislike of sand, and that's the scene with him and Padme, kind of on that island or whatever, looking out over like the beautiful fucking scenery. Padme's wearing that fucking that backless gown, and again, just like with the fireplace scene, it's like I don't care what's being said right now. Right. I am perfectly content with this scene.
Yes,
and to be perfectly honest, as somewhat cringy the "I don't like sand" monologue is, I secretly kind of like it. I quote it all the fucking time.
Yeah. For something, it's kind of a throwaway thing, but in the writing, I get it. It's kind of, it kind of has this place, right? Because this is here you have this kid.
Yeah, a kid from Tatooine.
Right, who looks at and relates sand to something that's negative.
Yeah. And
he's not wrong. It gets fucking everywhere.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten sand in your asshole before? Yeah. It's not fun.
Directly up in your asshole? Like, what were you doing to get it in your asshole?
I'd rather not get into specifics, but
was your buddy what was his name? The anal guy.
Oh, Jim?
Jim. Anal Jim. Was he involved?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll move on from that then.
All right. But yeah, no, fuck.
I don't.
Fuck that. This is a great scene.
It's
The sand monologue is spot on.
I don't have a problem with the maybe the delivery, the pacing of the delivery. I think has more to do with the actor than the dialogue itself being cringy. I think the dialogue makes sense for the character.
Yeah.
Him standing there with fucking sexy ass fucking Natalie Portman, deliberately. I gotta think that George did this on purpose to like show that she was saying no, but just because I'm dressed this way, right. Bill Burr does this fucking does this thing in his stand up where he talks about like. There's no, stop, no.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's like, when they get on the stand and they read it, it's like, no, stop, no. Like, that's not how it was. That's not how she said it.
That was a great bit.
Yeah.
Your Honor, she said, no, stop. You're being so bad. That's not how she fucking said it.
If you're not watching fucking any of Bill Burr's stand up, you should. It's fucking
the dude's
great.
brilliant. He's almost as brilliant as Dave Chappelle. That kind of goes with like fucking the whole Natalie Portman thing. She's like, no, we shouldn't do this. But then she wears a whore's outfit.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
You may not be a whore, but you're wearing a whore's uniform.
That's right.
And like I said, after this scene, next fucking scene with these two, it's her in an even sexier outfit.
Right. Testing his latex allergy.
Yeah. Oh no, he's not allergic. All right.
Rib for his pleasure.
All right, we have two more left in this article.
Okay.
So the next one, and I'll be curious to see what your opinion is on this. It's from The Empire Strikes Back, and it's Leia kisses Luke. And I'm just going to read this. Possibly the strongest contender in the Star Wars franchise, The Empire Strikes Back is one of the greatest sci-fi films ever made, narrating the battle between the Rebel Alliance, Galactic Empire, blah, 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 blah. However, the cinematic masterpiece still has one flaw, with a brief scene that throws a spanner in the works. Princess Leia attempts to make Han Solo jealous by kissing Luke Skywalker, which seems harmless and just silly at first until the big reveal of Leia and Skywalker being siblings. Twin siblings. So...
She didn't go down on him. Yeah. Like, it's not like, excuse me. Well,
I guess you have a lot to learn about women. Zip.
This is not, to me, as... All right, yeah, the scene's awkward, right?
It's awkward now. It wasn't then.
Yeah.
And
because, she kisses Luke... before they swing over the fucking chasm in A New Hope in the escape scene.
True. Yeah.
For luck.
Yeah.
Right? And Luke gets this vibe. Like, he has this vibe. Luke's like, oh shit, girl,
Yeah.
look at you, and you're white and flowing.
Yeah, because
they
they even set up this little love triangle in in New Hope between Luke, Han, and Leia.
Right.
And then George shifts at some point, which he claims it was always the case, which I call fucking bullshit on. Because I think, and even Mark Hamill is quoted as saying this, or given this exact same opinion, that George just made this shit up because he felt like he had to top the Vader is Luke's father reveal at the end of Empire. So he had to top that with Leia is Luke's sister.
I don't know. Mark Hamill is such a troll.
It's true.
It's really tough to take anything he says like seriously.
Yeah.
Like it is. It's just hard to.
Yeah, and again, I think it's. Yeah, I wouldn't call this a cringy scene. It's just kind of like awkward. But again, they didn't know any better. If like, hey, Obi-Wan, hey, Ghost Obi-Wan, yeah. You know, when you keep coming back and talking to me, why don't you just be like, oh, by the way, she's your sister.
Right.
Anytime, because you knew this information.
Right. You let all this happen from a certain point of view.
Yeah.
Right. It's like,
Yeah.
Again, it's in the moment of when it happened. It just is. Yeah. It goes to this fucking little thing. Like, oh, I like Han, but I'm gonna make him jealous. Look, I'm gonna give this dude a little smooch, boop, and I'm gonna walk over here, do, swing my little fanny over here, boop. And then Han's gonna get all fucking jealous.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Yeah.
And he did. He got all jealous.
Yeah.
It's like, excuse me. And he fucking leaves. And Chewbacca leaves.
And C-3PO.
And C-3PO leaves.
And Luke's like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
I just got this kiss, and all of a sudden I'm sitting here alone with this fucking, 3-inch erection. And
Yes. So smooth.
so smooth.
So smooth.
But yeah, no, I would not put this even in my top 10 cringiest moments in Star Wars.
Yeah, I would agree.
All right, so the last one, and I'm curious what your opinion on this is.
Okay.
It's no from Darth Vader at the end of Revenge of the Sith when, where's Padme? Is she safe? Is she all right? And then Palpatine's like, nah, she's dead, bro.
Yeah.
And then Vader's like, no.
I mean, you don't need it per se. Is it the cringiest thing ever? If there wasn't fucking John Williams losing his shit over top of it.
Yeah, fucking piano on fire.
Yeah, exactly. But there was John Williams. And this is the scene. There's a lot. I mean, there's this. When I saw this in the theater, right? I was still processing this idea that I was having the epiphany that this is all about a fucking broad.
Yeah.
And I'm being serious. Like I just had this moment. Like, this is all about a girl.
Yeah.
This is all about everything that's happening. How Vader was created. How all of this, like, how he was manipulated. How Palpatine manipulated him. How all this power struggle happens. And everything else. It's all about a girl. And it was kind of like powerful in the moment. So when this had happened, it didn't really strike me as even being out of place.
Right. No, and I felt the same way. The first time I watched this, it made sense because obviously we knew that Anakin, had very, very strong feelings for Padme. And when he finds out she's dead, regardless of whether or not he's Darth Vader in the suit or fucking Anakin outside the suit, if he finds out she's dead, he's going to be pretty upset.
Right.
So, and this is really like the last bit of humanity we see out of Darth Vader for 3 movies. He has this little emotional outburst, and then it's evil Darth Vader from here until the end of Jedi.
And it was that part of him that was like, all right, I did this for a reason. I converted over to save her.
Yeah.
That was the whole reason for doing this. Not because my strings were being pulled.
Right.
And then, that no is the basis of that's the turning point, right? That's the realization that he's now fully engulfed in the dark side because he has no other reason to exist.
Right. And which, what they've explored further in the comics is right after that, we saw he fucking drops to his knees and he's like, you told me you were going to save her. And then boom, he like fucking force pushes Palpatine through the fucking wall.
Right.
And then Palpatine shocks the shit out of him and, starts this little back and forth conflict with him. So, I don't think it's bad. In fact, I never thought twice about the scene until I started to see some online hate not long after the movie came out.
Yeah.
This is the early days of the internet still-ish, 2005.
Well, so what I think is what this stems from is the addition of the no to Jedi.
Why don't you save that? Because we may be talking about that again.
Fair enough.
So yeah, we'll save that part of the conversation. But yeah, as far as this specific scene goes, again, I can see how some people would not like it. I'm not gonna disagree as much as I disagree with some of the other stuff on this list.
I just have a tough time believing that if you're sitting there in the theater and you're watching this and just the impact of what is going on.
Yeah,
and how
because a lot of shit's happened up to this point.
They're fucking. You've seen. You just watched fucking Anakin get turned into a fucking doormat, for God's sake.
Right, yeah. You're like fucking, you watch one of the most intense lightsaber battles ever. Right. You're probably like exhausted, like, fuck, slow down for a second, And then you watch the twins being born while
Right.
Anakin's being fucking turned into Vader, and just it's a lot going on, a lot to process, and yeah, I think the whole Vader no thing was very overblown
Facts.
by the people. So that concludes the article portion.
All right.
Any-
So before we get into our stuff,
Yes, our lists.
yeah, I think we should.
Take a break.
I think we should take.
Do one of these guys.
I think. Yeah, we got to do one of these guys. Yep.
God, man, we got to make a new sign. This one's seen better days.
Yeah, we say that every time.
I know, but we still haven't. All right, so we're going to take a very quick break and finish up this discussion with our top 5 cringe moments
Yes.
lists after this very quick word from our sponsors. Dave's going first, apparently. So, all right, God, I saw we had a ton of fucking chat that I missed today. I'm gonna see if you guys had anything on the list stuff specifically, because I had a different web page up, so I couldn't see the chat. Oh yeah, totally agree. OT had the right amount of humor. I agree. Now, some people think that the Ewoks were a bit over the top. We will talk about that when we talk about the 40th anniversary of Jedi in a couple of weeks, but spoiler alert, I did not dislike the Ewoks. In fact, I still don't dislike the Ewoks to this very day. So take that for what it's worth. All right. Typical patriarchy telling Padamame she can't be sexy or a Jedi might explode. Patriarchy. That's good. Oh, slutty outfits do not equal consent, Anakin. Oh man, I'm sorry I missed all this when we were actually reading the article. Oh, lot of comments about the slutty outfits and patriarchy and
Patriarchy.
yeah, it's good stuff. All right, let me go use the potty and then we'll continue.
Oh, now Jason has to pee.
Is the roof still dripping?
I don't know. I don't think I went in that far. Drip, drip, drip. Don't piss on you. Cocaine Ewok Disney series. That was, I'll tell you, one of the game modes in Battlefront 2 that I thought was fucking just a brilliant move on their part. Execution wise, it wasn't the best, but they had the that battle mode where you're basically a stormtrooper in the forests of Endor, and their fucking Ewoks are like, it's all pitch black, right? And you can only have like flashlights for like you have to choose when you're going to turn lights on or not, and the Ewoks are kind of running around you. And it's basically Ewoks fucking killing you in the dead of night.
What are you talking about?
That battle in Battlefront 2.
The Ewok one?
Yeah. But yeah, I love the concept of that game mode. I just wish they had executed it a little better. All right, so
are you going to do the reveal
Yes.
after we go back live?
right when we go back live.
Okay. Well, I'm ready to roll whenever you are.
All
So.
right, let me get this.
Oh fuck! It's happy pill time. I turn into a pumpkin in an hour.
Did I feed Holly? No, of course I didn't. From here?
Bottoms up.
Bottoms up, bottoms up. Hands up. Bottoms up, bottoms up. All right, hang on. Let me turn off this. I still. Oh, what am I doing? The Dutchman's treasure. Plastic. How can you not like? I encountered somebody over the weekend that was like not allowed to watch SpongeBob.
Really?
Yeah. Like they grew up not allowed to watch SpongeBob. And I was just like, really? It's just remarkable to me.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know SpongeBob it has its moments for sure, but I don't know. Anyway, all right, so I'm gonna do that. I should be able. All right. Cool. I'm pretty sure this is what I'm supposed to be sharing.
All right. Well, ready when you are.
All right. So going to a countdown. Gonna have ourselves time.
I'm 37?
Right.
I forgot I still have the G.I. Joe drop in there.
Oh man. All right. Here we go.
All right. And we're back. So, Dave, you have a revelation or a reveal?
It's a revelation.
Yeah,
So, Wally Frogmore, friend of the show.
yes, very good friend of the show. Yes,
Contributor to much of our artwork.
yes, the creator of Jason Rose.
That's right. He is someone who, at listening to the show and sometimes at our random requests, comes up with some artwork, and I know he has some designs in the works right now. And he apparently had been working on something for since November of 21.
Holy shit.
He said he had been working on this thing.
Okay.
So I'm going to verify the date, because I'm pretty sure that's what he said. That's the wrong window, you dummy. Is that my internal monologue? Let's just go on.
I hope I didn't say that out loud just now.
See, the problem with this reveal is that
It's taking too long to get to? Is that what the problem is?
That is part of the problem.
Okay.
But anyway, regardless, this is just something he's been working on for a while, and it's awesome, and I'm going to share it with everybody.
All right.
Because it's awesome.
Let's see it.
And
I'm intrigued. I have no knowledge of this whatsoever.
Right.
Like, I have no fucking clue what I'm about to see.
and here it is.
Oh, that's great.
So this is all drawn by Wally.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Wait, the whole thing is drawn by him?
yeah.
The fucking TIE fighter and the helmet and everything?
Yeah, my
Get the
understanding, he
fuck
drew the whole
out.
fucking thing.
Holy shit.
It's all fucking digital. Got my face in there.
Get the fuck out.
My sparsely populated fucking beard.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's fucking phenomenal.
I love it.
Yeah, it's great. You know, unfortunately, there's no Jason involved in this. So,
No, doesn't need to be.
but yeah, this is this is fucking great. Now I have this embarrassment of riches with myself portrayed in front of a TIE fighter. So
yeah. Well, you need to get a print out of this and
Yes.
fucking frame it and put it in that display.
well, that and have a copy here in the studio.
Oh, of
obviously.
course. Yeah.
So you got to figure that out. But yeah, it's fucking fantastic. And
Dave is a TIE pilot.
yeah, and it's just super flattering. And I know it takes a lot of work to do something like this. And Wally, I just want to let you know how much I appreciate it.
Wally is the man.
It's just so fucking cool. It is.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't compare to fucking a naked Jason with giant tits and no nipples, but
that's a whole different animal.
yeah. But yeah, it's I don't know what are people talking about? Oh, the square red 5 Lego. Yeah, that's not included in the imagery.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the reveal, and he's working on some other stuff. So
Okay. I mean, fuck, how can we turn this into some merch as well? I mean, we put fucking Jason Rose on a goddamn shirt. We can certainly put this on something.
there's a lot of detail in this.
Make some coffee mugs. That would be a good coffee mug.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I just enjoy anything that I can portray myself just fucking putting that helmet on and getting in that fucking thing and go fly it. You know, that's just,
It's good shit.
yeah, it just makes me happy.
Well
So,
done, Wally.
Yes. So thank you, Wally, for making my day when I got that. So
Excellent.
So it was very, very cool.
All right.
So yeah.
Well, cool. Moving on. You can get your head and face painted on a Hasbro figure. Oh yeah, no. Kristen. Apparently, she had considered doing that, like getting me a custom Black Series figure.
Right.
But I guess some of the reviews she had read is that they were coming out like not looking very good at all. And for the price that you have to pay for it, I guess it wasn't.
Yeah, I think part of the problem is that like once demand goes up, it starts getting really, really. It's probably like, okay, here is a generic face, and they start painting it with some detail work, and I would imagine if you have a very generic face, that it probably works out well, and if you have some specificity in your look, then maybe it doesn't come out so good.
Yeah.
For me, I don't. That would be cool.
Yeah.
I don't need to stare at it anymore. And I don't need to stare at TIE pilots any more than I already fucking do. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, it was really fucking cool.
Yeah.
So, thank you again, Wally.
I don't know which I'd rather have more, me in a Stormtrooper outfit or me in a Mandalorian outfit. That would be one for a debate.
And then which Mandalorian?
Yeah.
would
Then you
want?
got to be like, which clan? And,
Yeah.
It's.
And because we saw with the Mandalorian 3 trailer, the color palette is so varied with all the different Mandalorian clans.
Yep.
So
Who knows?
what a time to be alive.
I know. It's a great time to be a Star Wars fan. That's for damn sure.
To get a picture of yourself as a TIE pilot from a guy who listens to a show where you make a hand puppet sing.
Oh, that's coming.
And he's from fucking Australia.
And he's like, what are these fucking psycho Americans
Yes.
doing?
Yes, that's craziness.
Yep. So, but, you talk about all the good stuff in Star Wars. But today we're talking about some of the bad stuff, some of the cringier stuff.
Cringy.
And, yeah, but some of it is just straight up bad. But, yeah, we're going to do our top 5 cringe moments in Star Wars lists.
And I'm telling you, I was very specific when I was thinking about this. I was going for like the actual cringe, like the physical reaction to seeing it.
Yeah.
Right. I wanted something that I had a very visceral reaction to.
And something tells me we're going to have a lot of the same ones.
Probably.
But, well, let's see. Because, again, we never look at each other's lists. We never tell each other what's going to be on our list. So this is all a surprise to all of us. Do you want to start or do you want me to?
How about you start?
All right. So I was kind of generic with a couple of these. They were sort of a broad answer. And, it's our show. We can do what the fuck we want. And so for my number 5, I just put most changes from the theatrical cuts for the special editions, specifically the Vader No in Jedi.
There you go.
Because you had mentioned it before.
Yep.
When they added that in like one of these recent edits of Return of the Jedi, I was so angry with that because that scene was fucking perfect.
Yeah.
In its theatrical version.
You didn't need anything like that. The body movement, the music, everything told you everything you needed to tell. Like,
Yeah.
if you didn't pick up on the fact that the internal conflict that was happening in that particular moment, you didn't pick up on that, you're fucking out to lunch.
Yeah, you're fucking retarded because, yeah, the guy that was in the Vader costume for this played it fucking perfectly with just the looking back and forth
Right.
as fucking Palpatine is just like shocking the shit out of Luke
Right.
and he's fucking screaming in pain. And it was fucking perfect. I remember sitting in that fucking theater watching this scene just like, what the fuck is gonna happen? And then
Yeah.
watch Vader fucking pick up Palpatine and throw him over. I'm like, holy shit, that was incredible.
Yeah, and you just thinking about the moment and the fucking god damn it, the music and the
And again, we don't want to blow our wads because we're about to talk about Jedi in 2 weeks. So
it's
but yeah, that change in the
Yeah.
fucking special edition to add in the Vader go, no. I'm
Yeah.
like, are you fucking kidding me?
That's the no. That's the no that needs to go.
Yes, thank you. Hey, he's here all week, people. But yeah, no, that ruined that whole fucking scene, which again was so fucking perfect in its pure form. Why would you do that? Why? Which is why I don't watch the fucking special editions. I refuse. I have the despecialized editions saved as files on several hard drives so I can watch them any fucking time I want without any of this extra bullshit that they tried to put in there.
I still watch them. I watch the editions that I have available to me. Like I'll go on iTunes and I watch it or whatever's on Disney Plus because
Nope, I won't.
I know I was there. Right. I know I've seen the original ones. I've seen it with my own eyes. I know the differences.
Yeah.
But I still fucking appreciate it because it's kind of like, well, I might have talked about it last week when I saw that fucking horrific show, that Alanis Morissette show.
Oh yeah.
And you know, when you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I don't like this, but I'm going to appreciate the things that I do like about it. Mm-hmm. And the music is that was
me. Yeah.
that was loud.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, but the music in the scene and just the things that I know are there, that's the stuff I'm going to appreciate that. And then when I'm watching the special editions, that's the part. And then it's I just thought of another cringy moment as I was saying that.
Well, it's not too late to change your list, but we are up to your number 5.
My number 5, I put as my number 5 C-3PO in episode 2, right? Basically, like all of the fucking nonsense.
Yeah.
That well, this is a drag.
That was the worst. That single line, I'm like, and then I'm quite beside myself.
Yes, this like just why you did it? It was unnecessary.
And is Lucas? Do you think George is sitting there like, oh, I'm so fucking clever? Oh, this is
yeah.
I'm gonna have him in the palm of my hand with this one.
Right.
They're gonna be dying in the
theater. The kids are going to be laughing at this one.
No kids ever laughed at that.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
My kids. Oh, I don't know. My kids maybe. Yeah, and maybe kids did. I didn't.
Yeah.
And this is my list.
Right.
So I couldn't stand it. Like 3PO is not my favorite character. We know this on this show. We know the 3PO is not my favorite character. But episode 2 was like the culmination of his fucking annoyingness.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my number 5. Basically, that same broad stroke of the entirety of what he was doing in episode 2.
Yeah, pretty much that whole time from the time they get into that factory to like him quite beside himself.
Yes, and he like R2 pushes him off the thing. It's just
Yeah, because again, we had the perfect amount, in my opinion, humor with those two droids in the OT, the original trilogy. And then Lucas is like, oh, we just got to crank the shit up to 11 then. Everybody loved the droids in that thing. So, yeah, no.
yeah, that was bad.
Okay.
All right, so my number 4.
Yes.
Now this is pod racing.
Yeah, that was another bad one. It's so funny. You're bringing these up, and I'm like, fuck, I forgot about that line.
Yeah, that one really, like, because you have this whole, like, space sequence, right, where they're fighting, and the ship is kind of flying itself for a little bit on autopilot, and then he's taking over the guns and stuff like that. And then, like, insert corny line here.
Right, and it doesn't help that he just did the same thing that fucking Jar Jar did down on the surface, where he accidentally just takes out a whole fucking, ship.
Yeah, I just, there's a lot of stuff in episode 1 where it's just like, oh God, please, Calgon, take me away.
Yeah,
but that line in particular, like, it's just, and it's not even that bad of a line. Like, objectively, it's not even bad of a line, because his only experience, like, I try so hard to, like, be objective about it and be like, well, his only experience in space was, his closest thing to this would be pod racing. And, like, but did we need to say it? Did we need to say it in that moment?
Yeah.
Did we need to do it?
Because he wasn't actually racing anything, first of all.
No, he was sitting, he wasn't flying!
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. That's another bad one, and it might have even made my list if I'd remember it. I think I have some, like, what is it when you, like, hide traumatic memories? Repressed. Yeah, I think I have some repression going on there.
Yeah.
So, all right, my number 4. You know, it was only a matter of time before The Last Jedi came into this.
I'm surprised it's this soon.
Yeah, well, it may not be the only time. I'll just say
fair
that.
enough.
But my number 4 is from The Last Jedi, and that's Stutter McGee and Rose lecture us about the military-industrial complex and war profiteering. I couldn't stand that, and it's kind of bullshit too. You know, the fact that the fucking the Republic and the First Order are all getting their ships from the same fucking manufacturer. Like, I kind of call bullshit on that a little bit.
That's not even that.
Well, yeah, that and the fact that, you know, it's all, again, the whole war profiteering
and whatever they're implying.
Yeah,
that whole
sequence with Canto Bite and all
Canto
that.
Bite is this cringe. Like, you can't spell cringe without Canto Bite. Honestly, it's the entire sequence to me. It doesn't do anything for the movie. It doesn't do anything for the characters. It just is a fucking throwaway thing.
Yeah,
that
they built up too. They were building it up leading into The Last Jedi, and they're like,
there's parts of it where they're like, wow, look at what they did with this scene. Look at what they did here.
Yeah, visually it was kind of neat.
Yeah, there was a lot of cool parts, and then they put them on fucking horses that we got to see later.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh my god, I just remembered that part.
Yeah.
Fucking space horses.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And you know they're running from these authorities, and Rose is laughing. She's like, ha, 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 ha. As Finn's like, oh.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But Canto Bite was giant cringe.
Yeah, but especially when it was fucking Stutter McGee and Rose, like, giving their fucking little diatribes and their fucking lectures and their... And, you know, this scene was written by somebody, one of these fucking people who's an American who complains about America all the fucking time. That's basically what this whole fucking Canto Bite sequence is.
Right.
It's like somebody who's like, oh, look, I'm going to make an allegory for how shitty America is because of this.
I'm going to threaten to move to Canada.
Yeah.
Like when shit goes bad.
Yeah, but they're all still here.
Yeah, exactly. Because we're the best.
Yeah, we are the best.
America! Fuck yeah!
So that was my number 4. And now my number 3.
Yes, your number 3.
This is a fairly recent one. All right, very nice. This is a fairly recent one. It's the Mighty Morphin Tatooine Power Rangers from the Book of Boba Fett. Remember the mods?
Oh, you know,
I
kept this to the movies.
Yeah, no, we're talking all Star Wars.
You know what? I kept it to the movies, but yes, you are absolutely right.
And as good as the Disney Plus Star Wars content has been, it's not without its fucking turds.
Right.
And particularly the extremely out of place fucking Power Ranger mod crew from the Book of Boba Fett. And just go back and listen to that episode where they have the slow speed chase through fucking Mos Espa. And if you forgot what that was, here it is. It's like this fucking mayor guy. He's got to get away. We got to get him. Chase him.
Well, I mean, we are the master. we are the masters of the slow ass fucking chase scene. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, you burn up fuel when you're fucking
Right.
getting chased
Because
out
fuel
any
is,
fast-
is important in Star
Right.
Wars now.
It is.
But no, they were so cringy. I hated the fucking characters. I hated the fact that they had these shiny fucking rainbow bikes that never got fucking dirty in Tatooine.
Right.
It just, the whole thing was just fucking, and of course that was another allegory to like capitalism, or the we can't afford to buy water.
Right.
And well, you can come and work for me, and
And you can get Harleys,
yeah.
basically.
Yeah, you can afford all these fucking modifications to your body,
Right.
and you know all these fucking bikes that you keep exquisitely clean, but you can't afford fucking a price raise on the fucking water. Come on,
Yeah.
come on, buddy,
Come on, buddy.
on, buddy.
Everybody knew.
As soon as you walk through the goddamn door, you was gonna get some mods. So that is my number 3. On to yours, sir.
My number 3 is the sequence where you have Obi-Wan is getting ready to he hands Anakin the lightsaber that he had dropped out of the ship. Mm-hmm. And he says, "This weapon is your life."
Oh, where he's really trying to channel Alec Guinness.
Yes.
Like he's really trying to imitate him.
Yes. And that line bothers me to this day.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting.
Because you don't need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't need to do it. And it really was the only time that he did it to that extent.
That is true, yeah.
And it was completely out of character.
Out of place, yeah.
Yeah, and it was just like, ugh. That, to me, it was a physical, very, like, ugh, God, why? Why are you doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just, in that moment, you are trying to play like you're older somehow.
Yeah.
And you handed it over, and then it's almost like you filmed that scene out of sequence to everything else, because it's almost like you were playing a different character.
That is true, yeah. No, I never really thought about that. But yeah, even for the next movie and a half, he acted completely different.
Yeah. To me, it was out of place. And when it was said, it was just like, it was like nails on a chalkboard. Like, why are you doing that? Stop.
Yeah.
Stop fucking doing that.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And see, it's funny because when I saw that scene, I'm like, wow, he's doing a really good Alec Guinness presentation. But to your point, that was the only time he did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought about that. Yeah, that is kind of out of place now that I really think about it.
It made my butthole twitch when he was doing it. I'm like, God, and it still does. I watched it on fucking video, and I'm like, yeah, that's one of those scenes. And I fucking rewatched, and I'm like, yep, that's definitely one of those scenes.
So just so we're clear, your butthole twitching is a bad thing.
On most days.
Okay, all right. Just clarifying.
That's kind of like the Spidey sense. When your Spidey sense,
gotcha.
but instead of instead of your neck like hairs tingling, my butthole twitches. Like a little thing, picture a little starfish in there.
I think you might just need to get your prostate checked. I don't know.
Maybe that could be.
All right, so that was your number 3.
That was my number 3.
All right, your number 2.
My number 2, and we talked about it earlier in the article, is that Palpatine lived.
Okay, so
I fucking hated this delivery.
Yeah.
I hated the moment. I hated the delivery. I didn't hate that it happened.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. I from the story, and I'm not a sequel hater. Aside from The Last Jedi, I didn't have as big an issue with fucking Episode 9.
right.
But this fucking moment, the way Poe Dameron delivers it, the scene in which they're doing it, like everything leading into it, I'm just like, and it was a culmination, and then he delivers this fucking line. I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is fucking ridiculous. Like in my brain just went pfft, like, this is dumb. This is dumb. Like anything that's happening after this is like, they went for like, all right, we're building up this small platform because you're too stupid to understand what's going on. Mm-hmm. Like, and I just think it was unnecessary. It was, it's a trigger. It was a trigger for me, and it still is. Let me look at me. I'm fucking but yeah, it's just yeah, it is. For me, it was very visceral and very cringy when it finally gets to that point, because of the way it's delivered, in the moment it's in, the way that the people are around. Like, this is the only handful of people. This is how you're running a fucking meeting,
right?
Like, oh, this is our battle plan area. Like, this is how. Like, what, are you fucking kidding me? Really? This is how you're running this shit, right? Yeah. This is how you do this. Like, no wonder you're fucking losing.
Right.
You fucking losers.
Oh, I know what he's going to come to help you.
Right.
All right. That makes sense. And that was your number 2. Mm-hmm. All right. My number 2, Space Leia. Like,
Space Leia.
Fucking Mary Poppins, Space Leia. Like, what the fuck is there to say? I mean, it was so ridiculous. Mm-hmm. And the fact that was always part of the plan, because again, Last Jedi came out after Carrie Fisher was dead, died very unexpectedly. Rest in peace, princess. This was your chance. To, okay, this is how we're going to handle this character. We may have to go back and reshoot some stuff, but this is a logical point. Mm-hmm. No, they kept it in. And in addition to keeping it in, the waking up and the glittery fucking vampire flesh, and then do, and it's like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? That was so ridiculous. And again, I know exactly what they were trying to do. They're like, oh, look how powerful Leia is with the Force. She's the most powerful Force user ever because she survived in the vacuum of space and, willed herself to the fucking door where she puts her hand on the fucking window and then they let her in, and then she goes into a coma. Yeah, Space Leia.
It's awful.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah.
It's awful.
It's like, how could any modern filmmaker actually fucking put that on screen? How did fucking Disney executives, Kathleen Kennedy, watch the rough cut and not go, that's fucking retarded? Take that out.
So this is my number 1 also. Okay.
Oh, well, this is my number 2.
All right, I know,
okay.
But I can't not. I can't hold back any further.
Okay,
that's why I haven't said anything.
All
Listen, right. This to me is the worst moment in Star Wars, hands down. Like, the absolute. This is the fucking apogee of not just Last Jedi, but just everything, because you could have salvaged Last Jedi. You could have. Mm-hmm. Like, you had Adam Driver. He's flying in. Like, he senses his mother. Like, he goes and he commits. He commits to taking the shot.
Yeah. That's
going to fucking kill his mother like he killed his father.
Yeah.
Right? She is dead in real life. You could have had this character development with Kylo Ren, and just built on the character that you've already started with fucking in the other movie.
Yep.
And you could have continued this and left her and had an appropriate like battle sequence. Like, this is that you've died in battle.
Yeah, you could have
right?
even reordered it and moved it till way later in the movie.
Yes, you could have like scooped her up and fucking, and she's in a coma and she never whatever. No, but I honestly, she should have fucking just been eviscerated.
Yeah,
and I would have been fine with that. I would have been like, this is perfect, because now she died at the hands of her son, like his father died at his hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right. Or he doesn't take the shot and she lives because of that. But you swung and you missed.
Yeah.
Right? And not only did you swing and miss, but it was fucking game fucking 7 of the World Series, and you're down to your last fucking strike, and you swung and missed, and you lose the World fucking Series. Because now everything that happens after fucking I have Mary Poppins Leia. That's what's on my fucking screen.
Yeah.
Everything that happens after that to me is now like it's
tainted.
My brain is like a frying pan, and it's just popcorn just popping.
Yeah,
because I can't process. Like we're knowledgeable in this in fucking Star Wars. We've read the sacred texts.
Yep.
Like
The sacred Jedi text.
we follow this. We were so ready. We were so ready for whatever the story was going to be. We thought we had our ideas, and obviously it wasn't happening that way. But we were so ready to deal with whatever came at us.
Yeah.
One of those things was never fucking Mary Poppins Leia. It was never, and it was such a missed opportunity. And I challenge anybody who watched that movie to tell me that this was a valid way to demonstrate how Leia used the Force.
Right.
Because you could have done it so many other ways. So many other ways. This was not the time. This was not the time. Not free floating in the vacuum of space, and somehow managing to save herself. That's no, absolutely not. Like it's out of place. It's out of place in the Star Wars universe. It just had it defiled. It defied. I was raped. Like, and I used that in the like. It was traumatic. It was just
well, and that's the moment where I'm sitting in the theater and I'm like, I don't think I like this movie, because we were more hyped than fucking anyone going into The Last Jedi.
Yeah,
let's just be honest. We were so fucking hyped because we love Force Awakens so fucking much.
Yeah,
we're like, holy shit, let's keep this fucking party going.
It was so ready. It was so ready to be just. This is, we're so lucky to have this is Star Wars. We have another trilogy. This is the time.
Yeah.
Right. This is a time. It's a great time to be a Star Wars fan. Fucking got the podcast going and all this other shit. We're like, damn, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. And then this happens, and you're like, it's like your life flashes before your eyes. You're like,
right.
Is this what fucking Star Wars is going to be?
Yeah.
Is this fucking Mary Poppins fucking Leia?
Well, yeah, because it starts.
But why? Why did it happen? Why did it happen? I want to know what relevance did that fucking scene had for the rest of the fucking movie that made it that much more important.
And there was nothing. There was no payoff.
You had to put fucking Haldo in power, because honestly, like, the reason my Haldo is not in my top 5 is because Haldo is a direct fucking consequence of fucking Mary Poppins Leia.
Yeah, that's true.
A direct consequence. So without fucking Mary Poppins Leia, Haldo is irrelevant.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even give a shit about purple hair. She's a handmaiden in the fucking back. Mm-hmm. Right? And honestly, Haldo, as bad as that fucking character is, it's the fucking scene where the ship fucking zips through the other one was pretty fucking cool in the theater.
Oh yeah, and we totally agreed that was awesome.
That was wow, and it was like, whoa, that was
like the silence.
Yeah, the Haldo maneuver. Yeah. Like, again, talking about cringeworthy, bringing up the Haldo maneuver and that fucking circle jerk that was happening with the other thing.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it was because we're watching The Last Jedi, right? Luke throws the fucking lightsaber over his shoulder. I'm like, that's kind of weird. Luke's fucking sucking
I forgot that one.
He's sucking the titty of the creature on the beach. He's like sucking the titty and just,
that's another one. Oh fuck, right. I forgot about that one too.
And I'm watching this. I'm like, okay, Luke's gonna turn this around. The movie's gonna be fine. And then some more shit happens, and then Space Leia happens, and I'm like, this is not good. And then it was just completely
because there was times when Luke, the sequences with Luke kind of all right, I'm gonna fucking make you participate, type thing, and that kind of got better. But then the Space Leia happens, and it was just like, that's just fucking ridiculous. Yeah, like, you're just pissing in my mouth right now. Yeah, right. And then you're gonna shit on it here in a minute, and that to me is it is the worst moment in Star Wars to me.
Yeah.
It is the worst moment in Star Wars. And there are parts of The Last Jedi that I think are good.
Yeah. And I've said that as well. There are some, good
there are some
aspects to that movie.
There are some moments in it that are good, and it's not like it's not like, it's the fucking, it's out of the Star Wars, out of the 9 fucking, movies of the Skywalker saga. Mm-hmm. Like, it is definitely my number 9.
Yeah.
But that being said, it's still Star Wars, and there's still parts of it that I liked.
Yeah, I'll still rewatch certain scenes from it.
But that Mary Poppins bit, man, that just, to me, it was so bad. Mm-hmm. And I think it's just poison. It was like radiation poisoning for the fucking and right straight into the well.
Well, I'll make this quick since we're getting close to time here. My number one, I generalized it to basically anything Jar Jar related.
Okay.
We talked about it when we went over that top 7 list. Yeah, for me, it was everything Jar Jar. The farting, the fucking, just the stupid slapsticky humor, and just the bad jokes, and just everything around that fucking character was bad. At least in episode 1. They really pulled back in episode 2 because of all the fucking backlash. So thank God. But anything Jar Jar related in episode 1, I think that killed that whole fucking movie. Like it's just like with fucking Space Leia with The Last Jedi. Everything Jar Jar was in ruined what could have been a decent movie with episode 1. There was just too much of him. I think way too much.
I think there's an argument to be made that episode 1 has, and I think we've had this conversation before, but I think there's a lot to be said for that's valuable in episode 1 when it comes to the canon, mm-hmm. and there's more parts of it that you like than you realize.
Oh yeah.
When you sit down and you watch it again, you're like, the Jar Jar bits make your fucking butthole twitch, right? Because
the Spidey sense.
That's your Spidey sense.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, that's that's just
So for me, the Jar Jar is worse than Space Leia, but not by much. And you actually made a pretty convincing argument that could easily swap Space Leia to number 1. So all right. I have a couple of honorable mentions.
Okay.
Can we talk about these before Ms. Lopez takes the stage?
Oh, you can, yeah.
All right, I got 2. First of all, the OT is not exempt from my critique, and the best movie of all of Star Wars, Episode 4: A New Hope, even had one cringy moment. Mm-hmm. Not worthy to make my top 5 list, but it was an honorable mention. You got to at least throw a little bit of shade at the OG trilogy, and that was I was going to Taji Station to pick up some power converters.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Lucas told Mark Hamill, deliver it like you're a whiny, bitchy teenager, or if that's just the way it came off, but it's like, ugh, God. That fucking line is just... It's cringeworthy, but at the same time, when you've had fucking teenage kids and they actually do fucking talk like that, it's like, okay, yeah, all right, I understand.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Yeah, but you still gotta throw something at the original trilogy. And then, of course, we talked about this a little bit. Purple hair won't tell Poe the plan. If she's just, when Poe's like, "What's the plan?" and she's like, "You're a man, and you're dangerous, and you're this," and she's basically giving the Iceman speech. You're dangerous, and and she just doesn't fucking tell him. Then the whole Canto Bite sequence happens. Fucking Stutter McGee betrays them. The whole 90% of the fucking resistance is killed, all because this dumb fucking cunt with purple hair won't just be like, "Yeah, you see that planet over there? We're going there. There's an old rebel base there." Boom, done. But instead, no, you're dangerous. You're a man. I'm a strong, powerful woman, and I'm not going to tell you anything because you're just a stupid man that doesn't deserve to hear the plan.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Holdo's the worst.
Yeah.
Not as bad as yeah. Rick, you missed me fucking ranting about fucking Space Leia.
Yeah.
Mary Poppins Leia.
Yeah. Rewind about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, those are my 2 honorable mentions that I wanted to bring up. But because we're getting close to time here. Oh, hey, Miss Lopez.
I'm already here.
You're already here. Wow. You're ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
Did you get to the makeup truck early?
No. No. Why is it? Do I look good?
Well, you look better than the last time I saw you. I'll definitely say that.
That's because the game was on Saturday.
Oh, true.
So,
That's
so I'm not as banged up today.
right. Very good. In more ways than one.
Oh, yeah.
Right, Ben?
Fat Affleck. Mm-hmm. I saw something funny.
What's that?
That I have more rings than Dak does in the past fucking decades.
Well, yeah, you've got more rings probably than the whole Cowboys organization.
Yeah, like I have 6 to their 0 since 1995.
Yeah, well, they've got 5 total for all of time.
What a bunch of losers.
That's right. Fuck the Cowboys.
Fuck the Cowboys.
All right, I'm glad we're finally on the same page here.
Yeah, and before I start with the reads, I have to sing a song.
Oh.
I have to sing a song.
Okay.
This one's dedicated to Luna Girl.
Okay.
Are you ready, Luna Girl? I'm waiting for a response.
She says she feels honored.
All right, you ready? Okay. Fly, eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fight, eagles, fight. Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch our eagles fly. Fly, eagles, fly on the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Very good.
That one's for you. I promised you the other day I would do it, so that's it. That's it.
Well, that was very well done.
Yes. I'm sure she's throwing up emoji in the chat.
Maybe we should get you to sing "America the Beautiful" for the Flyers.
Oh, beautiful for space. Wait, what? No.
Or was it the national anthem?
No, it's shit. What's the fucking Kate Smith, right?
Yeah.
Kate Smith version?
Right, the one that they won't play anymore.
No, they won't play her version. They have shit. What the fuck? What is this?
It's fine. Don't burn any brain cells. We've only got 18 minutes left.
Shit. Okay. Wait. That's all right. There's not much news anyway.
Okay.
Actually, there's no Red 5 news. There's nothing.
Really? She didn't give you anything?
No, I mean, there's stuff. We got podcast day happening on February 7th.
And
Little
Girl was very busy this week
yes,
too.
Yeah,
she had a lot of personal stuff going on. So.
And then she's recovering from the Giants' fucking epic smackdown. They didn't even bother showing up. Enjoy your ride on a turnpike. Fuck, what the hell's the name of that? What the fuck? God Bless America.
Right.
That's what it is. So, yeah, I could sing that. For the Flyers?
You should. We should record that and send it to the Flyers and be like, here, play this then.
God bless America.
I didn't mean to sing it right this second.
Land that I love. Stay beside her and guide her.
I think it's through the night with the light from above.
Yeah, it is. Do you want me to keep singing?
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I thought we were on a time constraint here.
Yes, we are.
Second verse, same as the first. God bless In Red 5 news, not really news, but the Red 5 network has 29.
I'm 37?
Plus 8.
Don't hurt yourself.
Active and 6 archived podcasts from the context creators. Now you're just being silly. I just archived. Why are we counting the archived podcasts? Just for Christ's sakes. Check out new and improved bio.link/red5 bio.link/red5 to browse this amazing lineup and click on podcast for where to find them. That's what it says.
Okay.
There's something for everyone in the Red 5 network. And you will do it. Cantina Family Happenings! Tomorrow, Use and Abuse Pal will be reviewing 1981 movie Time Bandits. Join Scott and Kim.
That was a wild fucking movie. Like, traumatic for, like, a 6-year-old kid, too.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have been watching it.
Probably not. Like, that movie fucking traumatized me.
Yeah. That explains a lot.
Yeah.
You saw a lot of movies like that.
Yeah, one of the many reasons why I'm so fucked up.
Yeah.
So, anyway, carry on.
We all know. That doesn't really explain this one.
No,
Anyway.
that's a conversation for another time.
Join Scott and Kim at 1700, 5 p.m. Eastern on the YouTubes. ATSW The Escape Pod is chatting about the 2006 satire Borat this Wednesday.
Nice.
That's fucking hilarious. I love me some Borat.
We should also have you sing the Kazakhstan national anthem.
I don't know that off the top of my head.
Kazakhstan is the greatest country in the world.
I like how you're doing that with your hand.
Oh, fuck. I don't know.
That was good.
All other countries
Is that my cousin? Is that my cousin?
are run by little girls.
That's scary.
Kazakhstan is #1 exporter of potassium. Other Central Asian countries have inferior potassium. Kazakhstan is the greatest country. Sorry. I don't know.
That was great.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm polluting his mind. It's fucking great.
The already polluted, already fucking. Never mind.
Check out Don Della Snooch, Brady McLovin, and Dragon Body. It's 19:05, 7:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For that the thing with the Borat, and maybe you'll get some hand puppets. But apparently not. Sweet Studios released the Harley Benton Project Parts 1 and 2 over the past 2 weeks, where he shows you how to build a cheap guitar with good parts. Go check it out on YouTube. Sorry, that was disgusting.
Who's Giselle? Like Tom Brady's ex?
Yeah, why?
No, Bronco Fett said something in the chat about a Giselle hand puppet, but I don't know. Like,
That sounds disgusting.
is
that like your fuck pillow?
I don't know.
Is your fuck pillow named Giselle? Because you jizz all over the L?
Ugh.
Yeah. It's gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very gross.
Anyway, carry on.
Sticky. It's very sticky.
Let's not go there.
Oh, see, it's so sticky. No news from layman's terms. I think it was in the chat. Maybe. Or I might have made that up. Layman's terms or the Orange and Fett show. If you got something there, Bronco Fett, let us know. Be sure to follow them on the socials for announcements on upcoming releases. You can find us at bio.link/the Sidebar Cantina, where you'll find our links to YouTube, audio, Patreon, our latest Spotify music mixtapes, and all social media platforms, including Twitter, Instagram's music. No, fuck. No, wrong line. Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, Discord, and TikTok. Also in our bio.link, or also in our bio link, is our TeePublic merch shop. We have our F Cancer and Jason Rose designs, our super sexy sidebar chick, our beloved Hannafur. That's me. Our classic Sidebar Cantina logo, some Gen X point of view throwbacks, pillows with Jason's face on it that you can fuck at your leisure. Our t-shirts, hoodies, tote bags, phone cases, exclusive stickers and pins, Woolworths, magnets, notebooks, laptop cases, pillows. Fuck pillows. Yeah, they're nice and soft. Get the $20 one. I think the $20 is like the perfect size. You just kind of like fold it in half. You go, How's it go, Jason? How do you do it?
I don't do anything.
No. Do you wash it afterwards?
I don't do anything with it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Why is it missing, Jason?
It's in the house.
Why don't we see it? We never see it.
I can bring it in.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You should wash it first, though.
I don't need to.
I
It's
bet
not dirty.
I bet you it's gross.
I don't fuck my pillow.
I like Lunar Girl's quote. I didn't write that. You didn't write Jason Fuckpillow? That's not in the notes? Oh, okay, sorry. That just rolls off the tongue.
Oh my god.
Pillows, just about everything you can imagine. See, when you capitalize the pillows, it just that's the emphasis. Pillows in all caps. It autocorrects to Jason Fuckpillow. That's what happens in my head. Make sure you tag us on the socials to show off that sweet, fine-ass merch. Just make sure it's clean. I don't want to see dirty fuck pillows. That's gross. Nobody wants to see that. They probably ban it on the fucking Instagram anyway.
Probably.
Drippy Giselle, fucking
Drip, drip, drip.
gross. So sticky.
Oh my god.
So sticky. Do you use alcohol to so what do you use? To like clean it up.
I'm not talking about this.
Reviews!
We have no reviews.
Did we have something? I thought Lunar Girl sent us something.
Oh, well, yes. Somebody who actually was in the chat earlier
Oh yeah.
made a post.
Yeah.
Ubaldo Torres.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pushed
Yeah.
our 95 playlist out on social media.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Yeah. That was cool. Thanks.
Yep. And like I said, he was in the chat earlier tonight for sure. He might still be there.
My God.
What?
This looks so weird from this angle. Like,
Is it because the glare is hitting one of your eyes?
no, it's like it's so strange. This
Yeah.
whole thing is so fucking strange.
Yeah, it is. It is. We're fucking, I don't know, we're fucking weirdos. We're out of our minds.
So please rate us a 5-star review on Apple. Don't have an Apple account. The hand puppet that looks at the screen to read it, even though it doesn't have to, because it doesn't have eyes. Googly eyes. Our Facebook page has a review feature too. Just screenshot your review before you hit done. And DMS is a great paper. Tell us what you love or even hate about the show. And if an old business hanger, either about somebody we should review word for word on the next episode. Plus, Lunar Girl will send you swag. Don't you want swag from Lunar Girl? Do it for her. Do it for Mama. It's so sticky.
Just stop.
It's so sticky.
No. Though I was thinking if if like Hennifer's cousin or somebody did come out, I'd have to use like the tiniest eyeballs because we have the bag of googly eyes.
There's plenty of bigger eyeballs.
No, but
Jason.
I'd have to use like the tiniest ones. I think
Why?
because it'd be funny.
You won't see them on camera though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you got it. Remember the original, the OG Hennifer? We had smaller eyes and it just didn't work. That's why they're on the screen over there.
Oh yeah, that's
They
true.
they weirdly look at me when I'm talking.
How can it be any weirder than this situation?
I don't know, Jason. Don't know. Oh, I need my own microphone.
Yeah, that's still on the list of things to acquire. Oh fuck, we need to order Dave's new mic.
If my therapist only knew.
Yeah, you and me both.
All right, bye.
Oh, you're out of here. All right, see you next week, Miss Lopez.
Bye, we're almost out of time.
Yeah, why
Why
going
are you so far away?
Why are you in my personal space?
Because it's different over here.
It is different because
smell-
this is my space. This is not yours.
It smells sticky over here.
Oh my god.
It's all sticky.
Wait, what does sticky smell like?
It's like
Sticky
you.
is a texture. It's not a smell.
It smells like you.
What do I smell like?
Sticky.
Oh my god. Would you get out of my cube?
Bye.
Goodbye. Oh, out of my cube. That's where she was. She was in my cube.
We're in this middle class case of emotion.
I live within the context of this square on the screen for these 2.5 hours. This is mine. This is my space. Oh my god. Next week!
What's next week?
We're back to the Bad Batch, baby.
Oh, hooray.
Episodes 4, 5, and 6. Why do you say it like that?
I don't, because I'm not as excited as I should be. I guess.
I don't know.
It's fine. It's Star Wars. It's fine.
Yeah, so we're doing the next 3 episodes of the Bad Batch, And then we've got a whole schedule here. And then the next week is Star Wars Podcast Day. So again, we're shifting to February 7th, which is the Tuesday. In 2 weeks, as opposed to don't do that. Don't. No. Where we're talking about Return of the Jedi, 40th anniversary.
Right.
And again, we're supposed to have a guest in studio with us, so we'll see if he or she actually makes it.
Really?
Yeah. Did he or she tell you something else?
I have no idea who you're talking about.
I told you last week. God damn it, Dave. And then, of course, we got the day that I'm really looking forward to, February 13th, 20th anniversary of Old School.
Yeah.
So we got some good.
You're my boy, Blue.
We got some great shows coming up, no doubt about it. But that brings us to a conclusion for this week, as I'm about to turn into a pumpkin. But it's been great.
Yes.
Glad to do this again. And by this time next week, a lot more football talk. The results of the NFC Championship.
Yes. One of us will be sad.
Yes.
One of us will be sad.
And the other will be, my team's going to the Super Bowl.
That's right.
So
one of us will be teeing ourselves up for another letdown.
We should make a wager real quick. The loser should have to buy the winner a Funko Pop of their team. And present it on the show.
Okay. I'm down.
All right. We're betting a Funko Pop.
Yep.
For somebody
board bet.
Yep. So if the Eagles win, I got to buy Dave an Eagles Funko, and transversely, he's got to buy me a 49ers if they win.
Yes.
All right. And then present it on the show.
That's right.
I give you Excalibur.
That's right. Live.
Yep. We'll do it live because that's what we do.
How dare you?
How dare you?
All right. Well, that's it for us. Thanks, everybody, for watching on YouTube. Thank you, everybody, for listening on the audio. And until next time, Dave and everybody else, may the force be with
May
you.
the force be with you.
Terrible. Terrible.
It's just laughable at this point.
Yeah, I know.
We're better off going clingy.
Okay, now what do I click? So sticky.
God damn it. All right, no after show either, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, my restrictions make it to where we gotta pack up at 8. So
It's all right.
it is what it is. But we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Because we love you all.
Bye. You'll probably see us on Sunday
Oh yeah,
during the game.
A lot of social media posts, I'm sure.
That's right.
Peace, bitches.
Bye.